The old pre-stream cough. YouTube, Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. The Daily Motion. Welcome back to Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness for the Nintendo GameCube. No, I don't know what's wrong with the way I'm introducing this video. Hopefully the stability or the constant crashing. I'm still gonna save just in case, pretty frequently. But I'm hoping I've taken care of that issue. By way of, the short version is this game was running too quickly on my perfectly legitimate GameCube, so I had to slow it down a bit. Hi, Token. Doing good? Yes. EA Gun called today to inform us that Pokeballs are now available in the August Pokemart. Isn't that... okay. The town he's in, but whatever. You won't have to worry about running out anymore. Well, I mean, they cost money, so... I think I still do, actually, but... neither here nor there, it seems. Well... I don't remember how I'm doing on Pokeballs. I'll go to Aga, just to... keep forgetting I'm on a moped. Fucking music. Yeah, I keep forgetting A, I'm on a moped after the improbable and ridiculous motorcycle from the first game. And B, I have no idea how many Pokeballs I have currently. Welcome to the Pokemart! I currently have 7. Well, I've got 10k. Let's just pick up an extra 10. That should handle at least catching a couple things. I'll leave 12 Bar Blues Harmonica Man to his own devices at this point. Anyway, we need to head out to the desert for... I think someone was saying there's some suspicious characters out there. Yeah, the old Cypher facility that was thought to be abandoned. This is where, fucking moped. The first game started, I think. It opens with your guy, robbing the facility of its snatching machine. And there's the street sweeper, for lack of a better word. So at least we're in the right place. You came in at a interesting time there, Lady Bela. We're sextuplets. Yo, shit. No, really? Kinky. We are. We strike terror throughout the land. We are the Hexagon Brothers. They remind me a little bit of, if anyone's ever played God Hand, it's something like the Mighty Midgets, I think is the group. It's not exactly a PC name, but it is what it is. They're very colorful little people who all have guns. It's weird. God Hand's a weird game. This just got weird, though. Sound off! 1. Shouldn't red... okay, whatever. 3, 4, 5... Wait, 5? That's it? Aren't we missing someone? It's ridiculously impossible. Let me try this time. Who are they doing this for? Do they even know I'm here? Count off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? What did I say? What did I say again? There is someone missing. But anyway, enough. He'll return soon enough, I'm sure. What we need to do, brothers, is this. Lock and load on this suspicious kid. Okay, well... yeah, no, hi! You do that everywhere you go, huh? Hey you, brat! This is no kiddie playground. We've been away a while, but this here's real estate belonged to Cypher for many years. If you don't quit scurrying around, we'll have to tell your mommy. And if you don't want that to happen, then run along home. Wild theme song you got there, lads. Anyway, it's truck used by the gang that abducted Professor Crane. Right. That was weird. I'm gonna look around a bit. Was hoping for an item of some sort. Didn't seem like I'm getting one. Don't think you can ignore us. Alright, well, fair enough. Can I just Alright. What's up, guy? Look on your face. It says you're not about to listen and go home immediately. Getting Ginyu Force vibes. A bit, yeah. Yet somehow more flamboyant. A butt. Well, I mean, if we're talking Ginyu Force, there is definitely going to be a butt involved. Thank you, Nathan. Bring it on! Cypher Peon Re6. Or Resix, if you prefer. Slugma what? And Houndour. I don't have a water Pokemon, so this is gonna be awkward. Got me a Jolteon and a Poochyena. I still so. Ooh, wait, who can I get? Can I get Houndour? I'm building a team of dogs, is what I'm doing. But yeah, I'll take a Houndour. Fire Dark, absolutely. This guy. Yep, it's these lunatics. Well, let's get rid of the... It's Jolteon, so special attack. Let's get rid of the Slugma first. Shadow Blitz and then call out to you. Bold choice. Building a team of dogs. You say that like it's a bad thing. Well, fair enough. It was really more an observation. I do also have a teddy bear, though, so... Some of my favorite characters in this game, besides Mirabee. Yeah, I do know Mirabee. Oh, I know Mirabee's back in this game. But, I don't know where he is. I don't know what his whole thing is. Could be anywhere. And we're gonna... I think I have a potion, right? Yeah. We're just gonna heal, poor Poochyena. Yeah, I have a Teddy Ursai named Usagi. Oh, fiddle! I don't know why, I just decided I didn't want to swear there. I was like, the Wolfgang. Yeah, there you go, the Wolfgang. Let the music play. Mirabee is gone. Mirabee has some of the best music and style in any Pokemon game. Good job, Jolteon. Hey, hit the Jolteon! Okay, fair enough. Honestly, didn't think he'd buy that, but yeah. Actually, yeah, let's just try... I mean, I can try hitting him. Yeah, let's hit him at least once. And, yeah, let's actually heal up Poochyena here. Real quick, since there's a bunch of people in the chat, you saw G's nuts. Butchered the joke just a hair there, Tommy Pop, but I do appreciate that. That's clever, actually. You got me. This Pokemon's a good team member. Houndour? Yeah, I want Houndour. Dark Fire. A bit redundant, given I have Poochyena, but Houndour's at least good at special attack, unlike Poochyena, so it'd be nice to have. Tackle and have a Pokeball after that. I could do a Premier Ball, the better Pokeball, because it looks so cool. Really hoping he would have tackled first, but all right, you know that's cool too. Houndour's one of the few fire types in this game. Ooh. Nailed it! Are Pokemon random? I don't believe they are. I guess I've seen that there are randomizers of this game. I could do that one day, I guess. What the? You're not supposed to be tough! That might be fun, a randomizer of this game. Houndour joined the party. Yay. And I think Poochyena might be ready to stop being a Shadow Pokemon, actually. I guess it helped to while away some time. Oh yeah, Houndour can be purified. Do I have to talk to every... I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go purify this Poochyena and think of a creative name for him, and then put Houndour out in front. Maybe Teddy Ursa as well. I'm kind of getting behind on levels for poor Usagi there. What's a good name for Poochyena? I just had the thought that I named Teddiursa Usagi because it had a crescent moon on its stomach. What if I just named them all after Sailor Scouts? What if I just went full Sailor Moon for all of my team? I'd have to look up their names. Like, obviously I know Venus and Mars and shit, but I don't know what their actual character names are, other than Usagi. Call Pucciana Gerber. What, like the baby mascot for the life insurance? Why? $17. Wow, Houndour, yeah. You're a tough boy. Or girl, I didn't see the gender. It'll be funny. I mean... maybe? I don't know how. It'll evolve into a Mighty Enna. Dig! Ooh, that's a good... goddamn. Puccina's got some good... well, and Heal Bell. But, you know, overall, good moves. Level up again? Yeah, level 12. Nice. And you got a ribbon. Yes, I will give a nickname. I kind of like this this Sailor Moon idea I have, where they're all named after the Sailor Scouts. Pork Chop for the name. It's a dog! Why would it be Pork Chop? It's not a pig. But yeah, no, I'm going with the Sailor Scouts. I don't know exactly what Puccietta makes me think of in terms of... one of them has black hair. I think Jupiter, maybe? An ad for Facebook. Thanks. It's called Meta now, but alright. It's definitely not Jupiter. It also just doesn't tell me her fucking name. That's super annoying. Alright, never mind. We're not doing that. Just gotta wait to get Spoink. Ah, yeah, the pig that dies if it stops bouncing. I'm gonna name you... I kind of like the idea of Pork Chop, but I'm gonna put my spin on that. He's gonna be named... sorry, she's going to... whoops. She's gonna be named Pup Chop. There you go. Ray Hino, it's Sailor Mars. Well, too late now, but I appreciate you making up names for me there, Kaida. The effort is seen and appreciated. Well, if it dies, we can name it Pork Chop. We can make pork chops. But I don't want him to die. Look, it's named Pup Chop. She's so cute. She has an adamant nature, unlike this Houndour, who I don't fucking know what they've got. Other than shadow moves. But I gotta get you out in front there. And, yeah, I guess I'll swap out Usagi and Pup Chop there as we go. Technically, it's a crossover between a canine and a hyena. Well, yes, obviously. It's called Pucciana. What do you mean, technically? That's what it is. A cartoon Doug with a dog called Pork Chop. Oh, yeah, Doug. God. Skeeter. Fucking Quail Man. Yeah, I remember that. Ages ago. You're taking me way back, but yeah. Also, hey, Noodles Gaming, what's going on? So do I have to fight every one of you, or go home? Do you have a battle with me? Well, what if I just ignore you and go inside? Can I skip this? I can totally just... Alright. Oh, hey, actually, that was a healing... Sound off! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, they got it. What? 8. Brothers, beware! There are spies among us. Oh, these guys. I'm gonna be dealing with them the whole game, aren't I? Doing some shiny hunting. In, Diamond and Pearl, I'm guessing. In which case, good luck with the chain, if that's what you're going for. Hope you don't get that bullshit 7%. It's that kid again! Yeah, I went inside to see if I could. I didn't think you'd actually move, and... Okay, I'm just gonna fight you. Ah, these are what we called Power Rangers rejects. Well, yeah. Blue 6. Ah, I get the naming convention now. The PRR. Wow, really wish I didn't have Houndour out for this. And instead, you know, had Jolteon, maybe. Alright, well... I guess Poison Fang, baby. Someone remind me, Heal Bell just cures status effects, right? Or does Heal Bell actually, like, heal health of another Pokemon? That's gonna sting. Yeah, there it is. Heal statuses. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't do shiny hunting methods. I only do full-ons. Oh, wow. What you hunting there? I can have a Spheal Shadow. The boy. I mean, I gotta try and catch the boy. It's the boy. But let's, you know, isolate the boy first. 2 Dark Doggos. How long is this game? Will you be done by the 9th to do Okage? I might do Okage later. I don't know if I'll be done by the 9th, given how I stream. Part of me, also, for my birthday, I went to visit my parents, just to have, like, a birthday dinner early. Got a copy of Shining Pearl right here. So that'll be ready, all set to be played when I get around to that. Probably gonna be the first game I play in the new year, honestly. Come 2022, I'll probably do my playthrough of Shining Pearl. But as far as how long this game is, I don't know. Maybe I'll be done by the 9th, maybe I won't be. Bite! Ugh. I mean, on the one hand, it's Stab. On the other hand, it's a special, so... And this is an Adamant Nature Pokemon, so I mean, it's better than Howl and Heal Bell, so I might as well, but... Excuse me. Guarantee he won't be done by the 9th. Alright, well, there you go. Given the 9th is on Thursday, and I will be streaming this tomorrow, and then taking a 2-day break from streaming, yeah, probably not going to be done by the 9th. Yeah, Noodles, I ask what you're hunting, because full odds is rough, so I'm wondering if you're at least, you know, farming for eggs, or you're just, well, I guess if you're encounters, that's inevitably doing a chain, so... Do you have a shiny charm, at least? I got this for Christmas when it came out, had it finished by New Year's Eve. Yeah, but we were kids at one point, Lady Bela, who had all the time in the world to play games like this for ad infinitum. Whereas, you know, I'm an adult with things to do, and I'm only playing this on stream for 12 hours a week, so... Right now I'm working on Bill's Eevee and Crystal. Oh, wow, God, they're doing Gen 2. Living Shiny Dex. Okay, wow. Listen, we don't kink shame here, but if you're into that sort of physical punishment on yourself, that's your business, alright? Bravo to you. Jokes aside, though, holy crap. Shiny Living Dex. You're predominantly hunting Gen 1 and 2. Can you... You can't get all the Gen 1 Pokemon in Gen 2, can you? Maybe. No, you can go to Gen 1, so yeah, you totally can. I don't know what I'm talking about. But, obviously, yeah, you can. How's, Sorry, in my brain, I'm just thinking about the time machine that existed in Gen 2 and, like, having to transfer them around, and it's like, God almighty. What a fucking task to undertake. Godspeed, man. Bill's Eevee, though. That's gotta be a tedious reset. Are you playing on the game... You can't... No, you wouldn't be playing on Game Boy Color. You gotta be playing on the 3DS versions, right? Because there's no way to get it off of the Game Boy Color once you get it, whereas on the 3DS, you can actually, you know, put it in Pokemon Home and shit and show that thing off. When I get serious, the consequences can be really bad. That's why I took it easy on you. Not a fan of the overworld poisoning noise in this game, I'll be honest. Could do without that. Oh, that's my box. Well, I have a Spheal now. Do I want to use a Walrein? Is the question. I mean, I'll think about it. Walrein's very slow. Very thick, though. A lot of health on that guy. I'm guessing I don't have to fight these guys, but they have Shadow Pokemon, and it's good experience, so... Yeah. My greatest shiny is your shiny Yveltal and shiny Mewtwo. Did you get them legit, or did you Oak Slap them? No judgment either way, I'm just curious. I have a spreadsheet I designed myself that I can document my progress if you'd like to see. There's a website that will track that, isn't there? You can, like, fill it out as you go. I'm not trying to, you know, belittle your spreadsheet or anything, but I am saying, you know, there's probably an easier way to track that if you're looking for it. The original hardware. Jesus Christ. I mean, again, no judgment, legit. Damn, that's cool, Tommy Pop. No judgment on the OG cartridges. In fact, really impressive for the OG cartridges. I'm just sort of wondering to what end, since you can't, like, show them off as easily if it was in Pokemon Home. It's a Beyblade, it is. A bunch of Gen 2 Pokemon I always thought were Gen 3 because they hardly appear in Gen 2, like Smugma, Octillery, and Skarmory. Yeah, Gen 2 wasn't great at... It was still obviously early in Pokemon, but it's one of its biggest weaknesses is it didn't really show off the new generation of Pokemon as well as it could have. A lot of the gym leaders just didn't have Gen 2 Pokemon, even though they very easily could have. The first 2 gyms are all Gen 1 Pokemon that the leaders have. A lot of the new Pokemon are only available in the post-game, well after you already have an established team, and therefore you would only ever care about, like, going for them. The Pokemon that only exist to, fill out Pokedexes are not really shown off by other trainers, like Skarmory and Slugma. It was a rough time in Pokemon. The game's working. Yeah, it was an emulator issue that I fixed. I mean, sorry, perfectly legitimate GameCube issue that I fixed. You have Stadium 2 to store your shinies on the N64? Noodles, you're on Twitch, so I assume you are at least somewhat familiar with modern technology. You know that, like, Nintendo's made other things since the Game Boy Color and the N64, right? A couple of improvements have been made to hardware since then. The Stadium 2 uses a different save format, so the save isn't tied to the battery like the handout cards. Oh god, I completely even forgot about the battery. I have a copy of Silver on my game shelf behind me that I physically changed the battery of just so I could play it. 3 years later, they put it on the 3DS, so possibly a waste of my time, but, you know, who can say? Look at you, Morty Faulkner and Bugsy. Yeah, fucking Chuck as well. Chuck has 2 Pokemon, neither of them, Gen 2. Everyone else who's a gym leader in that gen, I think, has a Gen 2 Pokemon. I have Stadium to make fast changes and Stadium 2 to play the games faster. I have emulators of Stadium because people like watching me suffer. Speaking of Pokemon Stadium, you can give bits down below to watch me play Rental Randomizer of Pokemon Stadium 1. Failed the first time when Giovanni didn't even see me. Couldn't even get past his grunt bullshit trainers. Suffered too much, threw in the towel. Redemption time could happen with just a few more bits. And that's that shilling. Eve Red had a Gen 2 Espeon. Yeah, even Red. Oh, Poochyena fainted. No. Yeah, Spheal. Let's grind out the Shadow Pokemon. The Retro Valley Shinies more in the game /gen I get them in. The rarest shiny I've ever got was a, I guess there's 2, now that I think about it. I had equal odds. A shiny Oddish show up in Pokemon Sapphire's Safari, and a shiny Meryl show up just in the wild in Pokemon Sapphire, OG on the Game Boy Advance. Never seen a Gen 2 shiny. But, yeah, rarest shinies I have. Usagi's holding an item. Yeah, it has the pickup ability, so occasionally it just has an item. But yeah, rarest shinies I have are from OG Game Boy Advance. Again, though, full credit to you on not only shiny hunting on Game Boy Color cartridges, but Living Dex shiny hunting. Like, my god. I look forward to you being done with that when you're 97 years old. It'll be okay to post my sheet in chat, would you prefer I whisper it to you? I admit I am curious. Post it in the chat, sure, why not? Hey, you're working hard, you deserve to show off, alright? Post it in the chat, go for it. I'm playing Pokemon Go and you got a shiny Dratini. Yeah, shinies are apparently really easy to get in Pokemon Go. To the point where it's almost a joke. Still need to import Sword and Shield. Oh, yeah. I keep all of my shinies in my Pokemon Home account. Even with the newer games, I have some pretty good luck when it comes to just randomly finding shinies. I actually have. I'm not working on a living dex for it or anything, but I do have an entire shiny family of Zubats purely because I just get lucky with shinies. I have a Zubat, and I caught 2 shiny Golbats. One of them I evolved into Crobat. I also have a shiny, Incineroar that I'm a pseudomethodid for. A shiny Beautifly that I just found randomly. In, I think, Omega Ruby, that one was. And a couple other shinies that I've gotten through Sword and Shield Raid Den matches where the odds are significantly increased, so meh. Gen 2 full odds only living shiny decks, all original hardware, new spreadsheet. Ever get the foreign Ditto working for Shiny Phalanx? Kaida has one that she's gonna trade me whenever I feel like it. I kind of stopped hunting for Phalanx because I was so dejected never getting it, and I'm hunting something else now. But that's a surprise. Or a surprise for later. So you have a, I assume you have a... whatever other cartridge you're going to need for the version exclusives there, Noodles. God, that means you're going to have 2 Game Boy, maybe, Advances, or Colors, and a link cable in this day and age. You have statistic nodes, resources, page correction number stuff, and source materials. My God, just... the amount of effort that must all be, like... No offense to you. I can't imagine putting that much effort into anything in my life. So, bravo to you. I am now... I'll look at the spreadsheet, obviously, when I'm done with the stream, but I am now curious what your progress is at this point. Because if you're hunting Eevee, I assume you've made a significant amount of progress. Maybe not in the grand scheme of things, but at least enough in-game that Eevee is the next logical thing to hunt, since it's a static get, or a static spawn, I guess one would say. I thought I had Pup Chop use Dig. Maybe you flinched. Also, picking my Pokemon games collection, if you'd like to take a look. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. No reason not to, I guess. If it's a dick pic, though, I'm going to be very disappointed, unless it's really impressive. Alright? So, fair warning. I think we found Shadow Mareep. Sorry, Mareep, already got a Jolteon, though. And I used you in the previous one, Coliseum, so... probably gonna pass. Well, I guess I used a Flaffy, since I think Flaffy is, what spawns. Not so much Mareep. Big on the, electric types, though. Pokemon Games Collection. Sick dab, boy. What do I have in Pokemon? I have Silver for the Game Boy Color. I have Sapphire for the Advance. I have Heart Gold, Diamond, Platinum, Black, Y, Sun, Omega Ruby, Ultra Moon, Sword, and now Shining Pearl. I also have, I think Ranger is somewhere back there. I have Let's Go Eevee. I think that's it. Pinball. I have Pokemon Pinball in the Game Boy Advance. Which, by the way, I have completed the Pokedex on that. Which one might say is even more impressive than completing a regular Pokedex on a Pokemon game in general. You would be wrong if you said that, but you might say it. Since there's no real, like... It's just pinball. You don't have to be good at Pokemon. It's literally just play some pinball. Fun and all, don't get me wrong, but, you know. Need to get 2nd-gen gold so you can double hunt gold exclusives. Yeah. I used to have gold when I was very young, but it got lost somewhere. I have no idea what happened to it. I got Sapphire, and just one day gold was vanished from my room. I think my brother might have stolen it, and then he lost it somewhere, but... I got silver now as a result. Yeah, throw a Spheal back in there. Probably a bad idea. Hey, Spiral Power with the Tier 1 sub! Thank you, Spiral. Love to see that. Back for 10 months. I didn't hear the notification. I'm gonna assume it was the music. Drowning you out. But yeah, I'm fighting knockoff wannabe Power Rangers right now. In a Pokemon game. Back when they liked giving personality and creative stuff to their Pokemon games. I say that, Legends Arceus is coming out, so... What's, Noodles, what's the shiny you want the most in your hunt? What's the one where you're like, yeah, this is already very impressive, but this is the Pokemon I want to, like, have and treasure and show off to people? Your whale Pokemon, if you will. Back when games had more personality. You're not wrong. Games just kind of generally had more personality in this era. The PlayStation 2 is a great example. PS2 games were wild. They were so experimental. What if we made a game where you're just a guy in a Speedo onesie rolling shit up into a ball for a Space King? Mareep, what are you doing? Breaking out. Miss third-person fixed-camera horror games. You say that, a certain Kaida killer on this channel has added to my games-to-play list wheel. 4% Chansey via Repel trick on the first phase, and under odds. Nice. Shame you're gonna need a second one for that Blissey. There we go. In silver. Oh, damn. Granted, you don't dislike Over the Shoulder, but sometimes I just miss it. Yeah, I think the game is, that Kaida requested... it's got a really generic and boring name. That's what I always remember about it. We try to look busy? What did you... Wait, what did you say? Not you. Go play somewhere else. We try to look busy, but actually we have nothing to do. It's like we don't need to worry about enemies in this desert. Alright, 2 more. I gotta drop these guys off. I didn't realize I'd be so quickly farming these mons. I'm probably, like I said, gonna leave the Mareep since I've used that before. I also don't really care about Baltoy. So I'm gonna deposit Baltoy because, meh. Baltoy and Claydol aren't really... I'm kind of meh about them. Go, go, Power Rangers! Repel Trick's 4% Chansey and 96% Pidgeotto. Jesus Christ. What's up, Spiral? Oh god, it's killing me. What was the name of that stupid horror game? You discovered Spiders Man. Spiders Man from the Marvel Universe, where I'm gonna assume Peter Parker bit a group of spiders. Tormented Souls. Yeah, I remembered Souls was in it because it's part of the Dark Souls universe. A very bold take on them. Perp 6! Very hard left turn on the Souls franchise, Tormented Souls. But no, the name is so ungodly generic. and so boring. But it is a fixed camera, very much aching the early Resident Evil PlayStation 1 style horror games. So that'll be somewhat fun to play through, you know, except for the whole terrifying. A group of spiders devour Peter Parker and they become a collective hive mind. Yeah, I'm aware of him. Spiders, man. Exactly the same color as the Power Rangers. What's the, for anyone who's played the PS2 game, speaking of games that add attitude and fun personality, God Hand. What's the name of the group of little people that he has to fight at one point, and they're like, I think they're suicidal? They're like kamikaze dwarves, I want to say. They're all voiced by Sam Riegel, I think. They're weird. God Hand's a favorite. God Hand's a weird game. They're card-based. Yeah, they're also based on, like, kings and queens and jacks and shit. Red of clubs. Yeah. There's shit like that. They remind me of those guys. Or if anyone's played Killer 7, the Mighty Men, or whatever they are. That group of insane people that you have a showdown with. We're telling people on stream, imagine a lot of Pokemon. All in Pokemon Coliseum and in this game. That'd be a lot of Pokemon. Also a favorite. You're clearly big into, not the Heaven Smiles, though that's the main enemy. I'm talking about the, not Poison Fang. There's that one chapter with the comic book artist who, they're like superheroes and they show up to kill him, but then Mr. Smith is there, or one of the Smiths is there, and like, you have a showdown in front of Tokyo Tower or something. It's, I say it's weird, but I'm talking about Killer 7, so like, yeah, duh, it's weird. It got a short animation, yeah, right? You know what I'm talking about. The Heaven Smiles are just the main bad guys. Gulpin! Gulpin D is nuts! Probably not gonna use Gulpin. Not a fan of Swalot either. It's kind of a whatever Pokemon. Care to guess what your longest hunt has been? Ooh. I mean, the starters are an obvious choice. People usually have terrible luck with those. Legendaries are also up there, but that's just resetting over and over. I think it's gotta be something where you're actively running around searching for it. But it's rare spawn. What's a rare spawn in Gen 2? Yanma? I'm gonna say Yanma. Yanma, for whatever stupid reason, is like 1%. Skarmory. Skarmory, I think, is fairly common if you're in the right cartridge. I think it's a silver exclusive, but it's pretty common. You wish you got Skarmory. While again, full respect, it's normally 5%. Oh yeah, that's not common at all. Full respect to you for going Game Boy Color games. I get that you're retro and all. Why not the Fire Red and Leaf Greens, or the Ruby and Sapphire and Emeralds, where the shinies are more, well, they're prettier to look at, let me just put it that way. Like, say what you want about the shiny Pokemon in Gen 2. Because of the limited color scheme, definitely prettier to look at in Gen 3. Silver exclusive 5% counter on a single route. Jesus Christ. What was Nintendo doing? How dare you buy... What the... Somehow my mouse got clicked. I don't think you guys saw that, but, like, news app got opened on my PC. Power Rangers getting their ass kicked by small kids, embarrassing. Well, not really. You repel trick like 17%. It's just slow. Yeah, my guess is Yanma, because Yanma is a fucking rare-ass spawn, and I don't know if you can repel trick that. I know it's only available in like one spot in the game. but, yeah, for whatever reason, it's a ridiculously low percent. Ooh, maybe one of the bug-catching contest ones actually, like Scyther or something. Pincer. I like how it's been 40 minutes and I've made, like, no progress in this just because I'm beating up the Power Rangers over here. I could easily just walk on through and keep going. But I'm not. Why does Trainer fall down? He didn't fight. It's the standard, I lost a Pokemon battle pose that he's taking. Yeah, I'm gonna deposit Gulp in here. Because I will probably not use him. I can't decide if I'm gonna use, Spheal or not. You play Custom Robo. You mean Robo Chibi? I know that game. I have no idea what Custom Robo is. Six Brothers are bound by brotherly love. If anyone's ever played Pokemon Snakewood, I think it is. Terrible hack, by the way. These guys remind me a little bit of the Pokemon Brothers 7, and there's like 9 of them. Not a bad gag, but Christ were they overused. Snakewood is like one good idea with a terrible fucking execution. Haven't done Yanma. Cool detail with Yanma swarms in Gen 2. Oh yeah, I forgot there were swarms in Gen 2. A small repel trick to increase it to 30%. Fun gameplay, but dumb story-wise. Yeah, never heard of Custom Robo. Oddish and Cacnea. Alright, so you're grass type, because grass poison and grass dark over here. He has a full team of 6. What is it gonna be? Your dark type. Or your shadow Pokemon or whatever. Mr. Grass over here also has a full team. Yeah? So what is your rarest then, Noodles? Or your longest hunt? I'm guessing it's going to be a Gen 2 grass type, because these games liked having Pokemon you couldn't get in Gen 3 as the one you were hunting. A Gen 2 grass. I'm hoping it's not like Hoppip, because that thing sucks. It could be Pineco, I guess. Although that's a bug, not grass. Reasoning doing this because Gen 2 is your favorite gen. Well, fair enough. Although, I was gonna say you could do the DS remakes, but that's just more Pokemon to hunt, isn't it? So maybe you're better off sticking with oh, it's gonna be C-Dot. Okay. I can get a Shift Tree. I don't need another Dark type, actually. I think I'm gonna pass on C-Dot there. That and I think Shift Tree's moveset's kind of ass, as far as, moves are concerned. Ooh, yeah, what are you doing about unknowns? Hopefully you're not that much of a sadist and you're just gonna get one shiny unknown and call it a day. Game likes dark types. Yeah, clearly. These are 2 dark types staring off against not currently a dark type, but will be a dark type sooner or later. I think Nuzleaf is a dark type. Only get 1, and you can only get I and V shiny in Gen 2 because of how the game is programmed. Oh, you know what? I think that I've heard about that. I wouldn't have been able to tell you that, but now that you say it, that rings a bell. Like, only 2 of the unknowns are shiny. I'm hoping... Heal Bell's animation's pretty cool, actually. I just did it to burn a move, but... That's cool animation. Hopefully you'll just, like, get the I or the V shiny and... breed, or you'll get it normally and then just breed for the shiny, because, yeah, full odds and everything, but already you're looking for shinies. And you don't need to find, have every single unknown variant in there, adding to that statistic. So we're up to Gen 4 Pokemon in this game. My team would be Magmortar, Honchkrow, Torterra, Ursaring, Weavile, and Electivire. Or it would be Aggron, Gastron, Drapion, Ninjask, Frostlass, and Electivire. Well, I mean, you're very limited in what you can get, and I kind of like that, honestly. The lack of them giving me a choice of, like, any Pokemon I can find, and instead being like, you have to use the Shadow Pokemon, or, get fucked, means teams are very limited in their choices, and that does make the game somewhat harder. It means I need to strategize a bit more, get the Pokemon when I can get them, and be more diverse in my selections. One of my favorite hacks that I've played in Pokemon is Radical Red. And while I haven't finished it because the game is brutally difficult, it is very fun playing through that game and, like, having to make sure I'm IV trained, I'm EV trained, I've got good team diversity, I'm swapping out my team constantly, I'm leveled up at the proper level, I've got competitive items and movesets. All the gym leaders and boss fights in that game are goddamn brutal, and it's really fun to play because it's not like a Pokemon game I've ever played before. Hope Resident Evil 4 is just as dumb as the original. I don't see why they're remaking that one. The number of times they've ported Resident Evil, did it really need to be remade at this point? Completely ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna play it because I love Resident Evil 4, but they probably didn't need to port that one. Completely insane. What do we got? Paralyze Heal. Oh, well, that'll be nice. And what do we know about you, now that we've worked on you? Lonely Nature. What does that do? What if they remade 6? Hey, they might make it good, so I'd be all for that. Pokemon. Leon, help! You say that. Of all the escort missions I've done in video games, she was probably one of the least annoying because she got out of the way of, like, bullets and shit. She stayed behind you, you could put her in bins to keep her protected. I never understood why people were so annoyed at Ashley. It's better than what they did in, like, The Last of Us, where Ellie is just... no enemies ever see her and she's completely immortal. That's just kind of lazy, I feel. Lonely is attack up, defense down. Not the best nature for a Houndour, but it's not terrible, I guess. Longest hunt that you've done is only for the shiny dex, was Gligar. Yeah, I thought Gligar might be a contender. He's kind of hard to get your hands on. 47,199 random encounters, and that's all a single phase. Didn't get anything else in that hunt. Jesus Christ. Emma from Metal Gear Solid 2. Never played Metal Gear Solid 2. Played 3 and onwards. Are you with the lunatics outside? Well, you're named Corla, so clearly you're not part of the 6 idiots. The only shiny Pokemon you got on your own was a Gen 5 Deerling. Oh, Deerling's cute, at least. Gen 5 was when they started introducing the shiny charm, right? Everything before that was, get fucked. Have full odds. Maybe the Masuda method. I wonder if the Masuda method works in, Gen 2. Don't get me wrong, good fucking luck making it, happen, but I'm wondering if it's even possible to do in Gen 2. I know they changed how shiny Pokemon are determined after Gen 2, so I'm curious if the Masuda method's even possible. Black and White, too. Oh, okay. Fucking cute charm. Not the first Black and White. Yeah, I believe it. I know the shiny charm is a somewhat recent addition. And yes, Black and White is a recent Pokemon game. I consider everything after Gen 3 to be a recent Pokemon game. I also consider everything after Gen 4 to be not as good as the other Pokemon games. And my favorite part is how everyone on the internet agrees with me. Gen 4 was the last good gen. All the others are okay. Except for Sun and Moon, that sucked. Had some good Pokemon, but god, those games were awful. Just so tedious. Alright, Pup Chop's gotta switch out. Gotta put Teddy Ursa in here. Get Usagi some levels. Why'd I Poison Fang you? I have Bite. Ah, whatever. Alright, Call to the Poor Houndour. Yep. And I could Dig. That's probably... Given your adamant nature, Dig's probably the smarter choice, honestly. I don't think Duskull has Levitate. Love Gen 4, but I wish the swimming speed was faster. Oh yeah, surfing. It's pretty slow. And they have the XP share now. I don't mind that it affects everybody. I really don't like that you can't turn it off, though. Like, yeah, alright, it affects everybody. That's fair, I guess. It saves grinding, which is always a little tedious. Don't know what you're doing having it affect or don't know what you're doing not being able to turn it off. That seems rude. Oh, it has Levitate. I'll be damned. I wouldn't have thought Duskull had Levitate. That's on me. I got played. Sure, Sfeel. If I find a better water type, like Carvana, well, I say Carvana, that would be another dark type, wouldn't it? I don't know. If I find a better water type, like, Wailmer, I guess, I'd use that instead of, Sfeel. Because I have mixed feelings about Walrein. It's very bulky, very slow. At this point, I'm just trying to... Yep, okay, got the poison. Wonder why they wouldn't give us the option to turn it off. I don't know. That's weird. They did in, I think X and Y and Sun and Moon. It affected all Pokemon, but you could turn it off. But yeah, with the XP share being on for everybody, in a casual playthrough, it's not that bad, I guess, but if you're taking Pokemon more seriously, it's really kind of annoying. She vanished. Shakine's still here, just confused by all the Pokemon talk. That's fair. And given the game we're playing, there's gonna be Pokemon talk, so... But yeah, good to know you're still hanging around, Ark. Hey, don't worry, we beat the Power Rangers outside, so now we're making our way through the facility to find Professor Crane, I want to say his name is. No running in the hall. You fell down from the ceiling. Surely that's... Havion, I'm going to assume your name is. I want to check Teddy after... Oh, right, I need to swap out to Teddy Ursa. Fuck. From 11 to 20, there's 1% chance Nugget or King's Rock. In this game? Or just, you know... I know Gen 3... Pickup works differently in every generation, but in this particular game, there's a Nugget or a King's Rock chance, because that would be good. Not Growl. It's pointless for Houndour, but Pup Chop's gonna feel that stink. Never forget in Gen 3 Zigzagoon. Wonderful HM Pokemon, and at the same time had pickup. The number of rare candies I got from that Zigzagoon running through Sapphire. Insane. Gale of Darkness uses the Emerald pickup table. Ah. Where it's more spec based on level than just any random chance. Probably the smarter way to do that, honestly. God, Talo. Talo was a beast back in the day. Flame Orb, Guts, Facade. Absolutely ruined other teams, I mean. Alright, we gotta swap Puchiana out and get Teddy Ursa in there. That and Puchiana's weak, so it makes sense. Alright, Usagi. You're up front to gain some levels. What is this way? Seems like this might have been the way to go. Which means I immediately go the other way to look for battles or items. Other water types available early enough to be useful are Seal, Whooper. Whooper could be good. Carvana, another dark type. Surskit, no. And Shelder. So unless you want Whooper, that's fair enough. Glad we're on the same page there, Nathan. Yeah, I might get a Whooper. XT1's failure is going to send plans right off the rails. I wish we'd finish up this research and get out from this dark underground warren. King's Rock Chance doesn't stack percentage, it's got flinch roll. Yeah, that's why you want it. Who are you? Where'd you get in from? It's not like I'm gonna trade my slow bro, so... Sorry, slow poke. RD Tekot. Clam Pearl and Corfish. Oh yeah, you have Seismic Toss. Go return. I've been walking around with you a bunch. I've had you for a while. Clearly you love me, right, Usagi? So this will do a ton of damage. Other water types besides those are so late game, you'll have a full team by that point. Or you'll want to have a full team by that point. Harden. You'll go down next turn. Clam Pearl's gonna... I thought they'd withdraw. Fair enough. Clam Pearl. What a terrible Pokemon Clam Pearl is. Not just for its stats, because evolving it to its different forms is a pain in the ass. Nuggets free money, can't complain. Certainly can't. You got a Shadow Zubat for me? Nope. You should probably heal, all things considered. Who did I have selected? Yeah, heal Houndour. Thank you. Yeah, return the Clam Pearl. Are you gonna feel pain in your heart noodles when it comes time to, hunt a, Sunkern? Because you're like, I'm shiny hunting one of the worst Pokemon to ever exist. What's Usagi trying? Oh, Fury Swipes. That's actually not better than anything. So, no, I'm good. have one Sunkern already. Fair enough. Ooh, you're in Crystal, right? Because I just remember Gen 2 is really stingy with the evolution stones. Like, Gold and Silver at least, really fucking stingy with those stones. Crystal, they kind of gave you an out. It's so much nicer. No idea what they were thinking with the evolutionary stones in Gen 2. But they are near impossible to get. Well, they're not impossible, they're just ridiculously obnoxious to get. And there's so few of them. Need a second one for some flora. Oh yeah. Music's bop. Pretty much all Pokemon music's a bop. There's very few songs in Pokemon I would say is actually bad. Got to alert Lavrina. Lavrina? About the security breach. No. Can you customize your character? Yeah, no, not at all. Otherwise, I would have made him look a little bit different from Spike from Ape Escape. Because that's all I see when I look at this kid. It helps that I'm old, but whenever I see this kid, I just think Spike from Ape Escape. I really gotta play Ape Escape 3 again. I played that as a kid, and I say a kid, I played it when I was like 14 or so. And, which is a kid. But, yeah, that's a classic. Love Ape Escape 3. That's the one with all the film references. Doesn't open. Ah, damn. Alright, well, let's try it down here first. Okay, well, we tried down there. I don't think, well... You can kind of customize your character in newer Pokemon games, but not... It's not a huge amount of customization options. There isn't a Pokemon game where you can, like, really customize your character. Like, go all out. When are they finally going to get that guy to spill the beans about the purification research? He might be the authority on purification, but if he won't talk, our work's not going anywhere. Wah! What are you doing here? An unattended child? I know what to do! Go! Violent monsters that can breathe fire! Anorith and Lily. Shout out to Anorith for being one of the better fossil Pokemon, or at the very least, Anorth. Or Armaldo, excuse me. Armaldo's one of the better ones. Got a question. What kind of voice would you give Stan? I assume you mean Evil King Stan? Stan, hold on. Ahem. I kind of lean towards the, manic lunatic voice. Like, I'm trying to think of a line of his. You there, slave! Tell me what you think of me. In your honest opinion, how terrifying am I? The Lord Stanley Hi-Hat Trinidad the 14th. I admit I'm going a little bit Snatcher at that point from Hat in Time, but given how similar Snatcher is in design to Evil King Stan, I think that's fair. With Stadium 2, if it's a Gen 1 Pokemon, I can use Stadium 2's item storage to use Gen 1 stones. Oh, wow, you've really put fucking... I never would have thought of that. You've clearly done your homework on this. If it has 2 separate item storages for Gen 1 and 2, Sunstone is really the only inconvenience. Yeah, that's a bug catching contest prize, if I'm not mistaken. So, good fucking luck, in other words. Whenever I play Okage, I usually get around, or I usually give voices to the characters, or at the very least Stan, because he's the most fun to read lines for. Stan's just a delightful lunatic. Thank goodness, it was all a terrible dream. That's probably what you're thinking, isn't it? Well, bad news, kid! It's me, Stanley Hi-Hat Trinidad the 14th. I always imagine him with a wannabe overlord, so Starscream. Oh yeah, or Skeletor. Slave, do this for me! Maybe not quite Skeletor. Or even Royland. Roiland more so Rick than Morty, I'd say. But yeah, I always kind of pictured him with sort of the gravelly voice. Definitely Rick, yeah. Morty doesn't really fit. That's a great defeat animation. Dow! Oh, fiddle! Welker Megatron. Maybe. Like I said, it's a bit obvious of a choice given how much more popular and how similar they are in design Snatcher is from A Hat in Time. But it honestly, it's a good voice if you were to give it to Stan. The Snatcher Hat in Time voice. Butchering Contest is easy to win if you get lucky with catches. It's based on how high the HP is, so you can literally just chunk balls at the 5%. Yeah, but didn't, like, I think it was Johnstone made a video on the best way to do bug catching contests, and there's, like, one trainer who's always going to be better than you, though. So, while that is probably better, it's still kind of a scam, the bug catching competitions. And that you can only, I guess you could save scum it, but you can only do it like twice a week as a result as well. It's really obnoxious. You're not quite there yet, Hound Hour. Like, yeah, it might be easy to win, but the bug catching contest itself is still an obnoxious mechanic. Especially since that's like the only way you can get Scyther and Pinsir. I believe that's the only way you can get Scyther and Pinsir. Swinub, I have a shiny one of you. Kind of. I caught a shiny Swinub and made it a Mamoswine, just because I had nothing better to do. You can change the clock. Oh, yeah, well, God, in the Gen 2 games, though, changing the clock's a whole thing, right? Don't you have to, like, enter a code on, like, the main menu or something? It's not exactly the easiest thing in the world. Really wish I hadn't used Return if he was going to go ahead and kill the Swino. Oh, okay, Spinnerack. Woo! Can return the Spinnerack. Oh, it's a Shadow Spinnerack. Ariados, huh? Not the worst bug type at this point in the games, I guess. Not great, either. Yeah, complicated one is for Crystal. Ah. Shout out to Pokemon Crystal for being the first Pokemon game that lets you... That might kill that Spinnerack, actually. First Pokemon game that lets you play as a woman. Or a girl, whatever. Moot point, really. But then, weirdly, for the remakes on the DS, they changed the character model for the girl you play as. Which is a shame. I like the character model in the original. I assume you're gonna have to pass on things like Celebi, Bear Noodles, since it's kind of hard to get Celebi in this day and age on an original copy of the Gen 2 games. Actually, I think in Crystal it might be a little bit easier, but certainly in a legitimate sense, it's hard to get a Celebi. There's no more events for it. The roamers are also a pain in the ass, because you have to save before you trigger them. Oh god, that's gonna suck. You need to save before you trigger them. And then find them and hope each one is shiny. Like, Christ, how are you gonna do the roamers? By which I mean Entei, Suicune, and Raikou. I guess, now I think about it, I don't know exactly how that works. Do they... I know once you meet them the first time, if they aren't shiny, they're never going to be shiny. Can you save scum before you meet them for the first time, and they can still be shiny? Or do you have to trigger them and just really hope that they're all shiny when you trigger them in Ekritique? Who are these? Alright, we've got Crane, Reject of the Wannabe Power Rangers, and Anime Girl. Please, Professor Crane, when will you tell me about your purification study? I do so want to know. That will let me power up my XD001s. I so made it myself. Are we doing, like, Bratty Valley Girl? I so made it myself. Don't you think that would be fabulous? Yup, that's what we're doing. That's how you talk. Good to know. You've got to be joking. I would never cooperate with people like you. Oh, but why? I so don't get it. Why would you refuse an offer so wonderful as this? I don't care how often you repeat yourself. I have no intention of helping your shadow Pokemon plan. Artificially slamming shut the hearts of Pokemon. It's inexcusable. Put a stop to it immediately. Oh, you're so mean and close-minded. You won't even try to understand how marvelous it is to help the XD001. Naps? Why is that your name? Yes, ma'am. Yes'm, Sister Laverina. This is all your fault. Professor Crane is oh so cross because you were so rude when you invited him here. You can't be serious. Listen to the man already. He's been saying all along that he won't help Shadow Pokemon plan. I can't hear you. The plan is perfect. XD001's condition was off by just a little tiny bit. Being off by just a tiny bit's enough to make it drop a ship? And would you look at the uproar? Naps! It's all your fault with what happened. Every tiny little bit. So do something about it. I remember 2005 when everyone talked like that. What a time to be alive. Naps, was it? You have my sympathy. What a nightmare you must have with someone like her as your boss. Yeah, you captured me and took me away from my friends and family and are holding me hostage. But man, your boss sucks. Pour one out, bro. I like Crane. He's a realist. You put a lid on it. When it comes down to it, it's all your fault. It's so all your fault. Come on, help with the XD001. Had a real chance to bond there, Naps. First, we need to talk. I'll teach you why it's such a bad mistake to create Shadow Pokemon. Oh, boy. So, Crane's doing alright, from what I'm gathering. Did you come here knowing it's a Cypher Lab? Yeah, kinda. Doesn't matter now, since you're here, since you know that we're here, we're not about to let you go free. Slox Solo X. The names in this game are weird. Ralts and Voltorb. Ralts would be good. I don't think they'll let me get it, but Gardevoir is fucking busted. If you get the right nature on it. There's a reason it's like a 4% encounter rate. At least in the original games. Then Gallade happened, and while Gallade's kind of cool, it's not nearly as good, so... What are you gonna do? Bagon! Oh shit, that would be awesome if I could get a Bagon. Bagon in 3D is a bit silly looking. It kind of looks like a chicken. It's got like the fat body and the legs, and it's just like bouncing up and down. Looks a little bit like a munted chicken. Thrilling stuff. Boy, you missed Sonic Boom there. Alright, so Houndour is going to be ready to be purified at the end of this dungeon here. Which is good, I can swap it out for Spheal at that point. Can you get shinies in this game? Now that I think about it, that's a crazy animation for Lear. I feel like shiny hunting in this game would be really annoying. Oh, Nummel. That's probably a shadow one, yep. Camera up's not terrible, I guess, but I have Houndour, so I would never use it. I do know that, oh shit, critical hit. I do know that if you're doing a all ribbons run, or an all ribbons challenge, you need to start in one of these games, either Coliseum or XD Gale of Darkness. Because these games count for ribbons, and there's no other way, there's no way to put Pokemon into this game. They need to start here and get ribbons. You might think that's a wee bit obnoxious, but it is what it is. At the moment, the only ribbon I think that is skippable for the All Ribbons run is... There's a ribbon in one of the Gen 4 games for doing a bunch of battles on Wi-Fi, like the server that Nintendo had for that game, which has since been shut down, so you can't actually get that ribbon at this point. Unless you do, like, one of the artificial server setups. But that's really complicated, and you kind of need to, like, hack your DS for it, so it's a whole thing. But if you want every ribbon, you need to start in this game. I love Nummel. He's just vibing, dude. He's so chill. Sick backflip. Yep, Houndour's ready to be, improved. Yeah, I should go heal upstairs. Also, the game hasn't crashed at all during this, stream, so I'm gonna assume I fixed the problem when I, fiddled with my perfectly legal version of my, emulator. Sorry, perfectly legal version of my GameCube. Definitely not an emulator. You know, with my perfectly legal Xbox 360 controller that works with perfectly legal GameCubes. They were out at the same time, right? Briefly? I think they were, actually. 360 was 2005 and the Wii was 2007. So yeah, there was a bit of overlap between the GameCube and the 360. I always liked that the consoles now are always released at the same time as every other console. Like the PS5 and the Series X came out at the same damn time. The Switch is a little bit different, but nah, it was like the 360 came out, and then a year later the PS3 came out, and then 2 years later the Wii came out. Like the 360 beat the PlayStation 3 and the Wii well onto the markets, and it was crazy. They just live in the ceilings. If it isn't a tiny intruder. there a reason you guys live in the ceilings, crink, and not just, like, wait at the corner for me? A snow runt and a barboach. Should've swapped Houndour art. Better than the Drain. Well, fair enough, I guess. I mean, I meant to swap Houndour out, but it turns out, you know, Ember against a Snow Runt's a good move. 360 was leader of the console generation for quite a while due to its head start, but ultimately finished last for the generation by the end. In terms of sales, absolutely. PlayStation 2... Well, actually, PlayStation 2 is best-selling console of all time. Wii is like 5th, so it definitely outsold the 360. PS3, did it really outsell the 360? I guess it had the Japanese market as well, because the Wii was very, Wii was very behind the game in terms of hardware. By the end, yeah. You have the Japanese market as well. Because, like, 12 people in Japan own a 360, so... PlayStation 3, I think, was also a little bit more powerful than the 360. Albeit, I probably preferred the exclusives on the 360, all things considered. I think the 360 had better games. There's nothing cute about you, you rat. Shout out, though, to that PlayStation 2, what was it, like, I think Brazil had PlayStation 2 games and support until, like, 2014, because for whatever reason, A, Xbox isn't popular down there, and B, PlayStation 3 somehow violated some weird law about, like, because it could connect to the internet, there was, like, regulations on it, so it was very weird in terms of selling it. So, because the Brazilian market was such a huge market for things like FIFA, the PlayStation 2 continued to see support in Brazil until, like, 2015. There's no place for a child to be sightseeing. It might not be 2015, but it continued support for PlayStation 2 way later than it should have. Morbid. Alright, fair enough. We got a Spoink and a Lotad. Is the Spoink going to be a Shadow Pokemon? Because that would be a shame if it was. Spoink isn't that good. It's a very defensive mon. .360 though was iconic. Achievements. The controller wasn't the Duke, which is always nice. Whenever your controller isn't the original Xbox Duke controller, whew. That's a win. That's definitely a win. You just can't let Spoink stop bouncing. Not until it evolves into Grumpig. Staryu. Staryu could be good if it's a Shadow Pokemon. I know it's not. Somebody told me all the Shadow Pokemon, but still. You should get the Shroomish as False Swipe. Well, that's good for catching Pokemon. Well, I guess I am catching Pokemon, aren't I? I mean, if I can get Shroomish, I will. I like Breloom. Fighting type is my favorite type of Pokemon, Noodles. I love fighting type Pokemon. Makuhita is my favorite Pokemon. You can get your own Poke emote in my channel if you subscribe to twitch.tv/TokenLad. Do you want the Poke emote of a giggling Makuhita laughing at my pain and suffering? The only way to get it is to subscribe. Just, you know, chill out real casual like there, stealing Pokemon. I'm stealing broken, evil, bad Pokemon, so it's fine. It's like if you've ever played the Sly Cooper games where you steal from criminals. It's fine because they're criminals. Sounds amazing. Spiral knows. Just ask Spiral Power, a totally unbiased third party. Yeah, thank you, Kaida, for throwing the giggling Makuhita my way. Totally. Still love that emote. And the finger gun duck. You can have the finger gun duck for free just by following twitch.tv/tokenlad. Do you want all the fun of giggling Makahita but can't afford the money and are fine with settling for less? Go for the finger guns duck. Just follow twitch.tv/tokenlad and it's yours for free to use anywhere. Again, shilling, you know, gotta do it every so often. What's your nature looking like, Sfeel? A bashful nature. Isn't that a neutral one? I think bashful is neutral. Yeah, it's a neutral one. So that's a good nature, at least. Or an acceptable one. Special attack could be higher, I guess, though. Thick fat. I mean... That's good against fire, I guess. You're not terrible. I'm still probably going to use Wooper, provided I, you know, find him here relatively soon. Because, I like Quagsire. It's a good Pokemon. Water Ground. Game Freak does love their water grounds. There's nothing over here. Why'd I come here? Everyone talks about how they love firefighting so much. That's honestly not that popular in the grand scheme of things. Like, it's just a couple starters. Things like Water Ground are way more popular. Grass Ghost. Normal Flying. Have you heard? Prototype XD001's final adjustments are being scheduled at headquarters. If they can get Crane to give up the details about his purification study, all of XD110's problems, 001's problems should be solved in one fell swoop! I think so too, but he sounds quite obstinate and tight-lipped about the whole thing. I've heard Lavrina's getting incensed over this. What? A kid in the lab? Hold still so we can catch you, kid! I'm not a Pokemon. The hair is misleading, I understand, but I'm not a Pokemon. Swablu and Wynot. Shout out to Wynot for being like one of the most busted Pokemon in Gen 3. Well, Wobbuffet generally. Wynot evolves into you, but, you know, you get the idea. I remember I used a Swablu, ultimately Altaria, in my last playthrough. Wasn't bad. Had like Flamethrower and Ice Beam on that thing. Noki's favorite Pokemon. Oh yeah. Not only does she super love Wynot, she super loves all baby Pokemon. Favorite fighting types are Riolu, Lucario, Mienfoo, and Mienshao. Well, I mean, everyone loves Lucario, don't they? But, so, you know, that's a good choice, but, Mienfoo and Mienshao, huh? Atypical, largely because they, like, Mienfoo doesn't evolve into Mienshao until, like, level 97, so... Definitely a weirder one. I love Makahita, obviously. Big fan of Phalanx in Sword and Shield. Love that guy. Like Hitmonchan. Like Heracross. Heracross is great. Love that guy. Poliwrath's good. Primeape's good. Always use him in a Gen 1 game. Conkeldurr. Hate his name. Hate his design. Honestly, Conkeldurr is probably one of my least favorite fighting types. Right up there with, not Buzzwole, the other Ultra Beast. That's a bug fighting. That has, like, you look at it and you're like, that's a fighting type? That thing? Really? Pheromosa, thank you. Not a fan of Pheromosa. Marshadow's great, love that guy. Sylvani holding a fighting memory, you know. Classic fighting type Pokemon. Roselia. Not a great Pokemon. Much more viable in Sword and Shield with its evolution. Cursola. Woof! Well, this feels dead. Thanks, Reverse Mode. I was gonna say, lived on one, and then I remembered it was in Reverse Mode right there at the end. Houndour's not getting any experience, and I'm probably not going to use Spinarak ever, or Ariados for that matter, so I guess Jolteon, get out there. I know Nathan there, Musket Meerkat, is a big fan of steel types. Aggron, I think, is your favorite. Followed by Metagross, I want to say. Then Jirachi, you know, everyone's favorite steel type. Yes. My look at them is not, are not just only geared in the games. What do you mean? The anime? Because I know Lucario is big in the anime. Don't know about Mind Show and Mindfu, though. Mienfu and Mien Show. Dustox and Wingull. Wouldn't mind a Wingull. Pelipper's a real versatile Pokemon. I'm leaving it at that. Ah, fair enough. For those of you that don't know, it's entirely possible Noodles is talking about porn. We can't confirm or deny one way or the other, but, you know, when it comes to furry bait, Lucario is like top tier Pokemon. I'm not saying that is your reasoning, I'm just saying Lucario is definitely subject to, Rule 34. Why'd I go Pokemon? Again, we don't kink shame here. We judge very loudly in our heads, but we don't shame. No idea about Mindfu and Mienshow. Or Mienfu and Mienshow, rather. Maybe there's a ton of porn of them, maybe there isn't. I'm busy cranking it to Gardevoir, alright? What do I know? Pokemon streams are always fun, aren't they? Ah. Brings out the best in people talking about Pokemon. Yeah. Jokes aside, Game Freak's definitely gotten, like, real horny when it comes to some of the designs of Pokemon. It always comes back to furries. Token's a knower. It always comes back to furries. I mean, have you seen Mega Lopunny? It's really hard to look at that thing and not be like, alright, someone at Game Freak is really trying to fuck a Pokemon. Like, alright, Gardevoir, you can kinda look at Gardevoir and be like, the internet corrupted that, Game Freak didn't know any better. Even to an extent, Lucario. By the time you get to Lopunny, though, it's like, alright, Game Freak, what are you doing? Actually, what are you doing? Definitely should have healed. Sorry, was definitely thinking about Pokemon Rule 34. Salazzle. Oh, yeah. And that grass type with the boots. Sarina, I think? Thighs the Pokemon. I think it's Sarina. There's a lot of grass types, I'll be honest. Lileep as well. Or not Lileep. Is it a Lileep? I feel like it's not Lileep. Oh, it's got a skirt. It's the one that has a skirt and isn't Sunflora, alright? That's all I can say. I can't remember its name. I think it's a Lileep. I have a shiny of it, just from max raids and Sword and Shield. The Onion Waifu. Sure. That's Celebi, Nathan. Lileep is a Gen 3 fossil. It's not Lileep, then. I'm completely blanking on it. Japan is built different. I mean, God bless them, but yeah, they are. The amount of incredible porn they've given us, God bless them, but... At the same time, shame on you, Japan. I'm going to feel guilty as I crank one out to this. Awesome. Nope, the other one. God damn it, you're gonna make me check. My Switch is over there. I have a shiny one, it'd be very easy to go into Pokemon Home and find its name. I think it's one of the overlooked grass types in Gen 5, I think. Quillfish! No one likes you. Lilligant, thank you, it's Lilligant. It's not Maractus, that's Gen 4, first of all, I think. And secondly, no one likes Maractus. No one's out here thirsting over Maractus. Did you know about Vaporeon? Thank goodness I went Jolteon. Otherwise, that copy pasta would be showing up quite a bit. I should probably heal Usagi here. That absolute cursed copy pasta. Funny, though. It's very funny, but very cursed at the same time. Maractus is Gen 5. That just goes to show how little anyone cares or knows about Maractus. It's a fucking Maractus. It's not even the best cactus Pokemon. We've got Cacturn for that. Oh, Thundershock? Hell yeah. Let's get rid... I'm never using Tailwind. Give me Thundershock. Finally got an electric move on this thing. Let's put it to use. I wonder what Pokemon has the most porn of it drawn. Like, Pikachu leaps to mind purely because it's the mascot, but like, Gardevoir and Lucario are kind of the OGs, you know? I think Maractus is cute. I mean, it's a little cute, I guess, but no one ever uses it or thinks about it. It's definitely one of the forgotten Pokemon. In terms of forgettable Pokemon, Maractus is definitely, I gotta go heal. I was probably gonna go heal anyway, but the obnoxious noise when I'm running around is definitely, motivating me. Oh, sweet. Oh, come on! You want to pop up in that chest, you'll have to beat me first. You son of a bitch. Degore! Gardevoir, Woplenty, Lucario, and Charizard. Well, Charizard's popular in everything it does, including porn, apparently. Lopunny, yeah, Gardevoir and Lucario are probably the big two, I'd say. Lopunny's definitely third place. And, like, I kind of just look at the E621 tags. Listen, I got plenty of tags already I'm looking at on E621, alright? I don't need to go looking for Pokemon as well. I only have so many hours in the day, my dude. But, like, Lopunny, Gardevoir, and Lucario I kind of get. They're all vaguely humanoid. They've all got very distinct arms and legs, so it's pretty easy to slap human genitalia on them, or reproductive organs, or whatever. Charizard's an interesting one. Definitely harder to look at Charizard and be like, ah, yes, this is an easy thing to make porn out of. It's like, I don't know about that. Definitely easier Pokemon than Charizard. Makahita, my son! What are you doing here? Please tell— oh, can't catch Makahita. Ah, well. Ah, well. Look at the boy. He's just so thick! Oh, I thought Usagi had more health than that. I didn't realize she was that close to dead. Oops. Houndour, get out there. And then, by God, I'm gonna heal before I open this damn chest. Watch someone else drop from the ceiling and be like, if you want to heal, you're gonna have to go through me. It's like, son of a bitch. Hell, case in point, Machamp is probably better suited for drawing porn of. Because it's just a dude. Machamp is a dude. Already running around in a Speedo, alright? It's a jacked dude in a Speedo. That is that Pokemon. Teddy has an item. Well, I'll pick the item up. I can't pick the item up now. I'm in the heat of battle. Makahita's— I love Makahita. It's just so round. I love that guy. I also love Snorlax for similar reasons. Makahita's round and, like, will punch a bitch. Snorlax just sleeps and eats all day. Gotta like the gumption in Makahita. Alright, Usagi, what you got for me? Super Potion. Good stuff. Alright, for the love of God, heal. Can't deposit, but whatever. Hardly important. An Ether. Huh. I don't know how useful Ether is in this game. I mean, I imagine it's as useful as it is in any other Pokemon game, but still. I'm somewhat closer to healing stations at any given moment. Yeah. Have you lost your way? I don't know. I'm kind of just running through. Hoping to find the plot in here. Natu and Nincada, huh? Nincada's a weird one. Mainly for its evolution. Ninjask. Great ability. No disrespect to the ability of Ninjask, but, sorry. Yeah, Ninjask. Not Nincada so much. But, and Shedinja. Only Pokemon in the game with that ability. I remember, in Gen 3 and 4, it was popular to, if you were online doing double battles, I say online, if you were doing double battles with other people, it was popular to have a Shedinja and a either Spiritomb or Sableye that would use the ability, or skill swap, to take his ability. And boy howdy, was it annoying at that point, because you better hope you've got like Leech Seed or Toxic or something to deal with it. That was always fun. Jolteon out here. Honestly, I should switch back into Pup Chop, since Usagi's hitting level 17 at this point. And Jolteon's about to as well. Nice. I do appreciate, in this game, Mud Slap. Why do you know Mud Slap? I appreciate that in this game, I seem to remember in the previous game, Colosseum, you started with level 50 Pokemon and just kind of went up from there. Whereas in this game, you're starting at much lower levels. I kind of like that more. So far, I'd say this game, while clearly similar to Colosseum, I appreciate more than Colosseum. Level 25. But yeah, I like the starting at a lower level and working your way up. How close are you to opening the door to darkness in your heart? Thick Fat is your ability. Yeah. Been over that, actually, now that I think about it. You're close. All right. Item. Another ether. People love guarding ethers in this game. Been in here. This is the way to go then, I assume. Where do you think you're going? Stop that scurrying around. So are there, like, just chairs up on the ceiling, Cabal? Or are you all, like, Spider-Manning up in the vents? There's Carvana. And Magnemite. Well, I mean, I guess it's good he knows Mud Slap now, isn't it? On the other hand, Pup Chop knows Dig, so... Oh, wait a minute. To add to the Dark types. They really do love Dark types, don't they? Tackle, huh? You're not a good trainer, are you? Alright, I used Mud Slap on the Carvana because I'm an idiot. Guess pot, kettle, I'm black, so... Oops. Yeah, there's Thundershock. Jeez. Where the hell were you the entire first round? Checking in, still here, still confused by Pokemon talks. Hey, you can get in on the porn talk, right? You just look at Pokemon and go, gee, what would I want to fuck? And the answer you'd probably come back with is, not a lot, they're Pokemon and I'm a human. But that's because you gotta open your mind to the possibilities, ugh. Like how breedable Vaporeon is. That's a meme, by the way. If you don't know, I'm gonna clarify real quick to save my own skin. It's a meme. I don't think Vaporeon's that breedable. Now, Umbreon. 11 out of 10, am I right, fellas? Alright, that's fair. But yeah, sorry, Arg, that you're lost about the Pokemon talk. It's somewhat inevitable when I'm playing Pokemon. Oh no, stop picking on poor Pup Chop. I gotta get levels for that girl. I don't care about Spinarak. Houndour's never gonna level up from this. I gotta purify it. Usagi, get in there, I guess. Yeah, Jolteon would have been smarter, but, you know, I want Usagi to level up as well. I still need to play Moemon at some point, I guess. Houndour can still gain EXP, it will just get all dumped when it gets purified. Oh! Worth knowing. Thank you, Nathan. But yeah, at some point I gotta play the Moemon hack. I might make that a sub-goal. Like 20 subs and I'll play Moemon or something like that. Big on the water types, this guy. Honestly, I am gonna switch out into Jolteon and just deal with his stupid water types. Oh, it can't be switched, damn it. I had the idea 1 second too late. For the record of those of you that don't know, Moemon is a hack of a Pokemon game that, I think it's Emerald. It's exactly the same game, except all of the Pokemon are adorable girls and women. Ranging from, that's very cute, but I can't say more than that because I'm a 27-year-old man and that's clearly an 8-year-old girl. And, oh my god, step on me and marry me. Levels of attractiveness, depending on the Pokemon. I'm gonna have to go back and heal. The animation for Lick is still great. Not sure I want to participate in Pokemon porn talks. Nah, it's fine. Give us your honest opinions. Scale of 1 to 10, how much sex would you have with a Milotic? 11 is an option. But nah, you're good, Arg. It's nice to know you're still watching even though we're being a bunch of idiots here in, chat. I will as long as it's not Moemon. Priorities. Fair enough. What does Moemon Milotic look like, anyway? Now I'm curious. Moemon Milotic. I mean, it's cute. It's not one of the absolutely step on me and marry me types, but it's cute. I don't care for Anthro or Demis. That aside, though, who doesn't love the fucking... I think it's Huntail Moemon, where it's literally just a girl wearing a Huntail on her fucking head. It's like they couldn't figure out a way to make Huntail cute and chibi, so it's just a Huntail that a girl's wearing on her head. It's really dumb, but it's fucking funny at the same time. Yeah, some of Moemon's just fucking hilarious. Like, they are dedicated to making all of the Pokemon Chibe Moe girls, but, some of it doesn't always work. Some of it's clearly phoned in. But to get off the subject of porn, just in case Twitch wants to delete my account, what's your favorite shiny there, Noodles? Where are you? What are you up to? You shouldn't get into mischief when you're visiting someone else's place. I like Halucha's shiny, for the record. Halucha, I think, is a really, first of all, it's a fighting type, which already makes me like it. But secondly, its shiny is, like, really different, so I think Halucha's shiny is really cool. For the record, when it comes to favorite shinies, there are no wrong answers except Garchomp, which is not it doesn't exist, basically. Too many good ones to really choose. I respect that. There's a lot of really shit ones, though. Garchomp, in particular, is my poster boy for a terrible shiny. I have trouble distinguishing colors and pigments that are similar. And for the record, if I saw Garchomp shiny, I would never be able to tell you. Because it looks exactly the fucking same. Metagross. Yeah, Metagross is a good one. Shiny give advantage. No, it's purely a cosmetic change. And if you're lucky, it's an extremely noticeable and cool cosmetic change. If you're unlucky, it's a very lame, bland, barely noticeable color change. Ah, Dunsparce. Everyone's favorite Pokemon. Yeah, it's a visual bonus thing. They're extremely rare, and having one is generally considered bragging rights. Unless you cheated it into the game, like with Oak's Lab or any sort of hacking in general. And definitely the way Noodles is going about doing it is more bragging rights than, say, Sword and Shield, where it's much easier to get a shiny Pokemon. As the games have gone on, shiny Pokemon have become more coveted and more desired. So as a result, Game Freak has made them easier to get. So the older the game, the harder the shiny, and therefore the more impressive it is if you've gotten one. Is the general rule of thumb. For example, in Pokemon Sapphire, when I got my shiny Meryl, terrible nature, didn't have the right ability, not good moveset. I can't put Belly Drum on it because it wasn't, you know, bred to have it on there. But I dragged it through like 7 generations into Pokemon Sword. Gave it huge power, IV trained it, and made it work, you know? Just because it's a shiny Pokemon. Why is Chimecho so damn fast? And Yawn from Dunsparce. Thanks, Dunsparce. Poochyana's on death's door over here, but Chimecho and Dunsparce insist on targeting Spheal. Chimecho is that weird Pokemon that's always really hard to find despite it being crap. Yeah, you can only get it at, well, in Gen 4, it has that baby form that they decided to give it to make it worse. And, in Gen 3, though, where it actually was, you know, made, you can only get it at the top of, Mount Pyre, I think? the ghost place. Defense curl. Not a bad animation on the defense curls move. You can only get it at the top of Mount Pyre, and it's a very rare spawn. But it's up there, and it's just not worth using. Yanma's the same. It's really hard to get a Yanma, but it's not good. So why would you ever want one? Skarmory, at the very least, is a really good stall Pokemon. Spikes, Protect, Toxic, you know. And then they came out with Corvisquire, and, you know, people forgot about Skarmory. Bit of a shame that, but, you know, it is what it is. Corvisquire's simply better. Level 16. I do want to... You said you could level you up despite you being Shadow. It just transfers over, so I guess I'll put you in, since Spheal is sleeping over there. I mean, someone's gonna attack me when I go for this item, so... Maybe I was already attacked for the item. Full heal's good stuff, though. I hope we're done with this dungeon here fairly soon. We've been at it for a while now. Game Freak's given a reason for having shiny walks. It's not a good reason, but it's a reason. They claim that we, the players, devalue non-shiny variants of a Pokemon by sitting in a single spot for months for sparkles. But in the next breath are completely okay with giving away freebie shinies that you don't really need to earn or work towards. Yeah, they have events where they give away things like Shiny Zarude and whatnot. Shiny Celebi, I think, was another one. Whew, I never thought Cypher's big man would deign to show up here in person. I saw him in a real flesh and blood, and he's menacing. The sight of him gave me shivers. Who's the head of Cypher, I wonder? Oh, Greevil. Don't I know Greevil? Wasn't he the guy with the eyebrows from the last game? As opposed to making a personal tour of all of Cypher's facilities, I think he wants to confirm that everything is fine so we can proceed with his plan without ending up with a fiasco like last time. What? Who are you? You suspicious intruder? I am a child. How long were you there? You might be just a kid, but we can't let you walk out. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, Game Freak is, I don't like when they shiny lock Pokemon, generally speaking. Example, in Sword and Shield, Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno, their shinies are fucking awesome. But they're shiny locked, there's no legitimate way to get them, and it's really annoying. Snubble's only a normal type at this point. First game is Evice. You don't know Greevil. Oh. I thought Greevil was the guy with the eyebrows and the mustache with, like, the ripped arms and shoulders who was, like, our former boss for whoever the kid's name was in the first Coliseum game. I could abuse Kecleon's ability here. I think I'll take out the Snubble first. That's Gonzap. Ah, yes. Galarian Zapdos is Chocobo. Yeah, but it's cool looking. What's wrong with Chocobos? I like Chocobos. Ugh, that is a scary face. Got something against Chocobos there, Noodles? Speaking of Chocobos, Endwalker full releases on Tuesday. I can't wait for someone to give me that for Christmas, because it's probably going to be expensive, that expansion, and I don't have spare cash. Because I'm poor! But yeah, I can't wait to go to the moon and fight a bunch of people in Final Fantasy XIV. Maybe we'll see Wheatley and GLaDOS. They're popular on the moon. Yo, oh, I can get Shroomish. Yo, Breloom? Yeah, fuck yeah, let's get Breloom. Chocobo or baby. Yeah, there you go. Everyone loves Chocobo. Oh, oops, my bad. I meant to dig the Kecleon, I don't want to dig the Shroomish. Especially since I'm embering the Shroomish, I might have blown my chance of getting a Shroomish here. Because I really want Breloom. It's a cool Pokemon, and it was False Swipe, which is good for catching. What was the first Final Fantasy? Well, Dig shouldn't kill that. What was the first Final Fantasy that had Chocobo? Was it 3 or 6? The one with Kefka. Where's 7-9? Pokemon games are his repertoire. Yeah, I don't know where 7-9 is. It's a Sunday, so he's usually around for that. I know in the DS remake of number 69 in the National Dex is Bellsprout. You call it the plant condom. Poor Bellsprout. Got the Breloom, or the Shroomish that will eventually become a Breloom. Nice. Keck W. Poor Bellsprout. Never cared for Bellsprout. Always preferred Oddish. Partly because Oddish was the first shiny Pokemon I ever got. Like I said, found a shiny Oddish in the Safari Zone of Sapphire. Yeah, but I know the remake of Final Fantasy III for the DS has Chocobos. Final Fantasy II was the first Chocobo one. I couldn't tell you what happens in 2. Final Fantasy 1 and 2 are the same game in my head. Like, obviously they're not, but in my head, they're the same fucking game. 3 has Kefka, the remake for 3 on DS has slightly more plot to it. I know 6 is the Kefka one, but I grew up where 3 was the Kefka one, so... Tonberry or baby as well. You say that, they're, like, deadly, though. You don't fuck with Tonberries. Yeah, they're danger babies. You maybe come to rescue Crane, don't bother trying! You don't know how scary Laverina, she's in charge here, can be. She looks cute and all, but she's nothing short of terrifying. Get out of your way, you still can, it's for your own good. You gonna get up from your chair there, buddy, or... Nope? Okay, cool. Thanks for the ID card. Is there a heal station near here? I'll take this item. Oh, great ball. Doink. Tonberries. They're fucking spooky, those Tonberries. Ay, ay, ay! I'm only a researcher here. I don't battle. Fair enough. Part of me wants to go back and heal. Part of me thinks I should press on because there might be healing. I've got potions. I'll heal up. I've got super potions, I think, rather. Yeah. Right. Reserve or reverse mode or whatever. I can heal you, at least. And you. And since you want to be a little bitch sitting around in reserve mode, reverse mode, let's put Usagi out in front, I guess. Oh. I think I'm back at the beginning. 1 in 15 is pretty cool. It's like a Jedi Knight. What, the Chocobo? Or the Tonberry? I'll be honest, I haven't played enough of 15 to really know which one you'd be referring to. I've played maybe 10 hours of 15, and that's... Normally that sounds like a lot, but in Final Fantasy 15, 10 hours is barely a dent. That's kid stuff in Final Fantasy 15. 15's a massive game. Don't get me wrong, I like 15 well enough, but yeah, it's just such a huge game. Tonberry, yeah. You understand, don't you? It's wrong to turn ordinary Pokemon. Oh god, you're giving the speech that whole time? He's just asleep. Please, won't you help stop the Shadow Pokemon plan? Join us and save Pokemon. Professor Crane, I understand what you're trying to say, but I can't help you. Whoa! You're the kid I saw at Pokemon HQ. Token? Is that really you? Played a bit of 15. 10 hours 15 is barely having played the game. Yep. There's a boss fight that takes longer than that, I think. 10 hours in a JRPG is like a piss in the lake. Well, these days, yeah. 10 hours in Final Fantasy X is a decent chunk. You're like a third of the way through, probably. Are you trying to tell me you came here by your lonesome to rescue Professor Crane? It's too bad. I'm still a member of Cypher. I can't very well let you folks go, now can I? Like, I liked 15 and all. It was fun. You snagged my Teddy Ursa from me. I wonder what that... Oh, no, that was the tutorial. I was going to say, what would that line be if I hadn't snagged it? But given it was the tutorial, I could only have snagged that Teddy Ursa. But yeah, I liked everything about 15. I was really enjoying it. But again, it just took so long and there were other games to play. It came out while I was in college and yeah, it's just I had other shit to do. I'll give you this. You've got guts to come here, but I'll fix you good if you... so you'll never get out again. So what'd you get to replace your Teddy Ursa? I'm gonna bet it's something terrible, like Shuckle. Oh, it's a Rhyhorn. Oops. I apologize. Rhyhorn's actually, somewhat decent. I might get Spheal out here, just because it's a Rhyhorn. Return should serve for you, and yeah, let's get Spheal out here. Here comes the boy. Or the girl, in this case. Murkrow. They did right by you by giving you an evolution. Honchkro's alright, but, you know, you definitely needed an evolution. Of the Gen 4 evolutions they gave to Pokemon, probably Weavile is the best, because it actually makes Sneasel usable. Odor Sleuth. Nah, I don't care. Odor Sleuth sucks. Aw, slack off. But yeah, I liked Noctis and crew well enough. I'm really looking forward to Final Fantasy 16 because the return to form, I think, to the more fantasy setting as opposed to the techno-punk aesthetic. Good thing you can't send out Jolts, Rhyhorn, or didn't send out Jolt right on his lightning rod. Why would I send out Jolteon when Rhyhorn's on the field? What possible reason? That'd be a silly thing to do. I guess because Murkrow is there, but I can handle a Murkrow. A Rhyhorn's a different story. I really just mashed A and had him shoot the slack off? Alright. I'm just gonna turn in my my trainer's badge here. Here's my Pokemon trainer card. Have they put out any other news beyond that initial trailer for Final Fantasy 16, other than that it's gonna be on the PlayStation 5? And so far we know nothing else about it. Beldum? Ooh. Shame it only knows Takedown. But that's kind of its thing, so... Probably want to get Spheal out of there now. Seismic Taunt. Well, actually, Lick. I think it's Psychic Steel at this point. And you can swap out to Psychic Steel. Actually, yeah, get Houndour out there. Beldum's Psychic Steel, right? It's not like it gets Psychic when it goes to Metang. I suppose I'll find out here in a second. Oh, I guess it is. Only Steel. Huh. That or Steel resists Ghost. Whoa, okay. That was a rough hit. That was a hard hit. Oh, you're in reserve mode. Oh, fucking Christ. I'm so mad about reverse or reserve mode or whatever the fuck it is. Seismic toss the thing. And call the poor Hound Hour so I can heal this thing. Also, hit Usami or Usagi. Good stuff. And, yeah, Ember that shit. That should be it. There we go. Sorry, Beldum. But it's not like I could catch you, so. Darn! Professor Crane, you folks don't have the foggiest notion of how big and scary Cypher is. It's not smart to resist. You can go on about your poor abused Pokemon and all, but you should think about your own selves. That's my advice. Token, did you really come here by yourself? That's amazing! But it's dangerous here. We better get out right away. My worst fears turned out to be true about Cypher. They weren't wiped out. This is just one of their bases. But the details can wait. Things can get complicated if they return. Let's get out of here quickly. Okay, I'm just gonna steal this and be on my way. A leaf stone? Oh, if I had, if I'm using the, C-Dot. That's fair. But yeah, I'd love to play Final Fantasy 16 when it finally comes out. I think the trailer... Oh, for God's sakes. Funky Who? Oh, I thought this was a grown-ass man with the giant pink twin tails here, and I was like, what? Just, there was a girl behind him. Hey, you sneaked Crane out? Lavrina, the child here, he's the intruder. She has swagger. Knocked knees, though. That is not a good stance. Maybe straighten your legs out, girl. Oh, wait. I so have not heard about anyone leaving anywhere. Professor Crane is so going to be very busy. Oh, so very busy. So please be a nice boy and don't disturb us. We're going back to HQ Lab. Stand aside, please. Mind me, Pokemon games don't take place in the same universe or world, do they? Gen 1 and Gen 2 take place in the same universe. Everything after that is a different universe, I believe. Going back? Seriously, you are so joking. This so happens to be where you work from now on. After all, we so need you to keep working on your studies. You are so the key to our plan. XD001, the ultimate shadow Pokemon that can never be purified. Stop that nonsense. Do you seriously think I would help you do something that horrible? Oh, that Naps. He must have made a boo-boo again. I so have to punish him lots. Little boy, maybe you can convince Professor Crane. You should tell him to study our XD001. Somehow I feel like she pronounces XD like it's the actual emoji. I don't know how you would pronounce it, but I feel like she does, somehow. You see, our plan is to make shadow Pokemon that can never ever be purified. Not sure I am okay with that, actually. XD001 is only our first prototype, so when we work out the problems, we can make combat units with XD series Pokemon. Wouldn't that be just peachy? Okay. But we so need the professor's cooperation for our plan, so please, sweetie, can you ask him nicely to help? Look, I'm no simp, but when attractive women tell me to do things, I have to say yes. Whoa, Token, don't joke around now. Yep, that's always the way. Yeah, they give you a yes or no, and there's always someone to be like, you're joking. Thank you. So you'll hand the professor over to us nicely? Yeah, sure, have him. Okay. No. Oh, how nasty, you silly boy. You so won't help me with the XD001 either. Oh, you'll be sorry now, but you will so understand. A little hurt is so persuasive. Alright, what's this girl got? Somehow, I'm predicting Jigglypuff. Maybe a Wigglytuff. A Love Disc and Beautifly. Wow, alright. Suddenly, I'm way less concerned. If they don't actually let you go down the yes route, why offer it? One could argue it's a staple of Pokemon at this point to offer the yes route when they don't mean it. The other argument could be made for the but thou must TV tropes. Very much does Pokemon show up in the but thou must TV trope. Actually, let's get Jolteon out here. And, Houndour's not a safe switch. Yeah, just Poison Fang. Well, yeah, Poison Fang and Love Disc. Love Disc, by the way, one of the worst Pokemon in the game. Its stats are absolutely garbage. Doesn't evolve, doesn't have anything going for it. It's really a crap Pokemon. Unlike Magikarp or Feebas, for the sake of ARG, it doesn't even evolve into something good. It's just a terrible Pokemon. You're underleveled. I fought everyone! What do you mean? How am I underleveled? Is Love Disc a water type? Yeah, it's a fish. Maybe Thundershock the Beautifly. Yes. I've fought literally everyone. How could I possibly be underleveled? You're right, looking at the levels, I am underleveled, but it's not for lack of trying. Oh, Sagi's got an item again. I'll need to check that out. I guess I could have gone to Trainer Tower a little bit more, but I mean, really. Nice crit, super appreciate it. Have you got something against Pup Chop? Did Poochyena offend you in some way? Alright, Houndour's a clean shift in, so... Curious theme music this young woman has. Well, the poison will kill. Just don't hit Houndour. Okay, alright, that's fine. That's fine. Houndour chased her mother off. Sick fucking Cruella de Vil reference. Why? Apparently I was mashing A and aimed for the Love Disc with, Houndour. That's a mistake. You'll see, then you will woe. I don't know, how could I have possibly grinded levels? There's Roselia, that's definitely not a concern. It'd be nice to have a Roselia, honestly. Nothing against Roselia. If they game over me, do they take me back to the last, save point? Because if they do, that's gonna be an issue. The last save point was a while ago. I might need to save scum it. If they do that. Delcatty. Alright, still nothing terribly concerning. It's a shadow Pokemon. Okay. That's a tough Roselia. The sassy walk. Ah, Roselia. Part of me loves Roselia. It's so sassy. Leech Seed, huh? Oh, that's a bit annoying. What have I got in the backup? I've got Usagi and Spinarak. What item are you holding? Let me see. Doesn't tell me. Cool. Alright. Never mind then. Oh, wait, did it? Hold on. It's got a Hyper Potion. Well, gee, that'd be nice to have. I don't think I have any potions, right? Yeah, I don't have any potions. That's annoying. Great memos. And the cologne case, of course. Could try catching the Delcatty. That would make this a little bit easier. If I were to. As in, water type has the most Pokemons. If you add water derivatives like ice, oh yeah, it's easily the most. So dumb ones are bound to slip into the water type. Yeah, but with like Magikarp and Feebas, they evolve into things that are legitimately good. Whereas, Luvdisc doesn't. Luvdisc is just terrible. It's just a bad Pokemon. The only reason to catch one is because, generally speaking, it holds an item that is really good in the main games. That was easy. It holds an item that's generally really good in the main games. But even in more recent games, it doesn't do that anymore, so it's kind of pointless to get Luvdisc. It's just a garbage Pokemon. I once saw a list ranking all of the Gen 3 Pokemon, because that's where Luvdisc is from. And Luvdisc is at the bottom with the description, "For the love of God, don't use this Pokemon. Whatever you do, don't use it." So, was the Delcatty what I was meant to be concerned about with the underleveling thing? Because it's not an issue. The fucking walk, it's so good. I love that walk on Roselia, though. That is the sassiest, like, strut. There's no better word for it. Roselia walks up like, "Oh, no, you didn't!" God, it's a shame I caught Delcatty from that instead of Roselia. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. I assume Noodles was referring to something else. What on earth? How could you be so strong? Oh, sweet, 2,000 bucks. Oh, I so hate to say this, little boy. I can't beat you right now. Master Greevil will be so cross with me. Yeah, normally hard to catch and it hits hard. Oh, the Delcatty? Wouldn't know. I threw one great ball and it was fine. It was at full health, too. If you see XD001, I'm sure you'll want to help me. I'll be so waiting for you. Tekot, almost my name backwards. Lavrina! And there they go. Pink Hatsune Miike. Token, you've grown tough, haven't you? In fact, I'm amazed how much stronger you've grown in a short time. I guess we'll be relying on you even more from now on, Token. Now that we know Cypher is back, we need to move quickly. We'll have to come up with ways of stopping them. This time, let's really head back to the HQ lab. I mean, we're still doing that. It's just... Oh yeah, they dropped something. I missed that entirely. I thought, honestly, in my brain, it was like water falling from the ceiling and splashing in a puddle. A data ROM. Huh. Interesting. May I see that? Yeah, sure, go nuts. This may be something important. We'll analyze it. So is the Delcatty any good? Is that the reason why it's hard to catch? I already have Usami as my normal type, so I don't really need a Delcatty, but... Thanks to you, Token, I was able to return safe and sound. Sincerely, thank you. Though it was a horrible ordeal, I learned a few things while I was in that desert lab. First and foremost, Cypher hasn't disappeared. They're still around, and the fact that they're still around is alarming. Worse, they're making more Shadow Pokemon again. And worst of all, they're trying to create the ultimate Shadow Pokemon, one that's impossible to purify. Cypher must be plotting world domination using Shadow Pokemon as their weapons again. Yo, remember in the opening cutscene when we saw Shadow Lugia? How lame is it that that's not its shiny form? And instead Lugia's shiny form's kind of whatever. It's not good, it's just annoying. Now, well, it's in the box then forever. It wasn't annoying either. I had no trouble with it. To counter Cypher's new Shadow Pokemon conspiracy, why is it annoying? Now that I'm never going to find out why it's annoying, what does it do that makes it so annoying? Director, Lily, we did it! The Purification Chamber is complete. Oh my! Oh, what fantastic timing. It's finally finished. Lily, thank you for pulling everyone together so capably in my absence. Okay, let's not waste time. Let's all have a look at the Purification Chamber. Yeah, I got a Houndour. That'd be great for that chamber. Like, yeah, you said it hits hard, but what does it know that makes it hit hard? And, like, is a pain to deal with? I'll assume the Purification Chamber is here with the Blissey. Take a good look, Token. This is the Purification Chamber. Your father and I designed it 5 years ago, and we were motivated by the Shadow Incident. If evildoers were to create Shadow Pokemon again, we want to be able to save them ourselves. Your father believed that passionately. To honor your father's wish, I put together a Pokemon HQ lab. If your father were here, I'm sure he would be delighted. While I was gone, everyone seems to have rallied around Lily and made things happen. Has Shadow Rush, hits hard, and its recoil. Oh. Well, it's a good thing I caught it then. Okay, Token, we'll have you lead the way. The glorious history of the Purified Chamber will begin with you. It's that streamer luck, baby. Water types have 154 mons. Jesus Christ. Ice types have 57, 20 single type, and 37 dual types. Yeah, not a lot of ice types. It's not the most popular. And there's roughly 900 Pokemon. With Legends Arceus, there's definitely 900. Probably when Gen 9 hits, we'll break the 1,000 barrier, which is insane to think about, but, you know. Bound to be a few dumb mons. Having said that, however, not sure why devs haven't improved Love Disc. Yeah, whenever there's a bad Pokemon, they usually go out of their way to improve it. Like, Corsola is a bad mon, but they gave it a different form. Sunkern's kind of an intentional joke, so it's always going to be terrible. Love Disc has no excuse. Tropius as well. I love Tropius, that's why I'm thinking of it. It's one of my favorite mons design-wise. Terrible stats. Basically unusable. But if it got like a different form or an evolution, oh god. Chef's kiss, I would love that so much. A Mega would have been so good in the Oras remix. If you would be so kind to briefly explain how the Purification Chamber works. Certainly! Okay, Token, listen closely. Well, you're explaining to everyone, not just me. Don't single me out, you asshole. Purified Chamber is a facility in which Shadow Pokemon undergo purification through contact with regular Pokemon. So how is it better than just that shrine over in a gate? Purification is conducted on what we call a set. This is where a Shadow Pokemon comes into contact with regular Pokemon. In the center of a set, one Shadow Pokemon is placed. Up to 4 regular Pokemon can be placed around the Shadow Pokemon. We have 9 of those sets here. That means we can effectively purify up to 9 Shadow Pokemon at the same time. Okay. I can only carry 6 at a time, but that's good to know. There's one thing you need to be careful about. Purification won't proceed until you place only a single Shadow Pokemon on a set. Purification can only happen if there is at least 1 regular Pokemon on a set with a Shadow Pokemon. Oh, is this the thing that, like, it'll purify it regardless of where its Shadow level is at? Because then that might be worth it. But, I mean, I don't see how this is better than the Shrine so far. Number of regular Pokemon placed with the Shadow Pokemon and their compatibility are key points. First, the number of regular Pokemon. The more regular Pokemon you place with a Shadow Pokemon, the quicker purification is. It's not an instant process? It takes time no matter what? It's better than iGate because you can put them in there even if it has a full bar, lower over time without you having to use it. Oh, yeah, that. Compatibility of Pokemon. Compatibility depends on the type of Pokemon involved and the directions they face. By adjusting these factors, you'll likely see differences in purification speed. If you need details, I'll be happy to explain, but right now, I'd like you to check the sets out. Well, I've got a Spinarak that I'm willing to throw in there, but I'd rather not waste one of these 9 things on my Spheal that's already basically done, or Houndour that is done. Dynamax Tropius. That's some huge bananas. Hoo-yeah. Yo, Tropius, I actually worked really hard in the ORAS remix to get a Tropius with, Harvester, I think is its hidden ability. Throw a Citrus Berry on that. Really hard to kill, because it's a defensive mon. But still not good overall. Like, its hidden ability makes it usable. Without the hidden ability, it's not great. In any sense of the form. Which is a shame. God, I love Tropius. It's such a cool mon. Purified Chamber status is on standby. System status is good to go. Step onto the circular plate. A holographic image of the Pokemon involved in purification will appear. Well, it would if there were actually some Pokemon on the sets. When you are checking the hologram, you can zoom on individual sets. Any selected set, you can configure things as you see fit. A control panel will appear for you to pick the Pokemon you want to place in the selected set position, and so on. This is all really confusing, possibly because I've been drinking vodka most of this stream. I'm gonna hope that it's easier in practice. If you bring some Pokemon, you can place them on sets. Don't worry, you'll figure it out when you actually try it. Thanks. We'll be around to provide advice if you need it. Check the hologram, please. Okay? Like I said, I've got a Spinarak that would be great for this. Edit? Why is Mirror B's theme here in the Purification Chamber? Is it because that's his hair I'm looking at in the middle of the screen? What does Shadow Thing do to Pokemon? Is it purely a visual thing or does it have practical applications? A Shadow Pokemon in this case, not only does it not level up, it has to have a certain move, mainly like Shadow Tackle or whatever it is. And it's basically the Shadow Pokemon. While the move itself is a little bit more powerful, it's not as strong as it could be. I think within context of the game, it's a way of making a Pokemon be slightly more powerful, but it stunts its growth. Whereby purifying them, they're weaker than Shadow Pokemon, but they can grow to be stronger. So, I think that's roughly what it is within context of the lore there, Arg. PC Party Pokemon. Oh yeah, Shroomish, absolutely. Purify Shroomish. How do I select you? Oh yeah, there we go. Place. Okay, and I have no idea what I'm doing. It sounds like I need Pokemon surrounding it, but like, how'd you find the Purification Chamber? Confusing as all get out. Using this system, it's possible to purify many Shadow Pokemon at the same time. Also, you can access the Purify Chamber from any PC. Be sure to try that feature. Now, the issue is how Shadow Pokemon should be recovered from Cypher. It seems like I'm doing a great job of it. It looks as if you'll have to get busy, some more with the snag machine. Given it's my arm, getting busy with it some more makes me think I'm furiously masturbating. Which is true, I am. Constantly. But, you know, that's why you can't see my hands whenever I'm streaming. Now that I think about it, since I have no idea how this fucking thing works, let me get my Shroomish out, because I actually want it in my party. And I would rather, like, put a Pokemon I'm never going to use in there. Yeah, you can go there. Never gonna use you. Yeah, I might need a further explanation, because I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to that Shadow Pokemon thing. Shadow is a trade-off between making a Mon slightly stronger with the Shadow thing, but it won't get stronger ever, or don't make it strong with the Shadow thing, but it can get stronger via leveling up and evolving. Correct! There's also, this doesn't have anything to do with its strength, but it's got that sealing off their heart thing where Shadow Pokemon are meant to be, like, sort of hyper-fixated on purely battle and they're incapable of connecting with their trainer, whereas a non-Shadow Pokemon you can become friends with. That's purely lore, that doesn't have any gameplay mechanics, though. Right, well, I mean, I guess I'll check the PC. So Shroomish is level 15. A lot of women on this team. I've got Houndour and Jolteon as the only males on this team. Lucky bastards. Anyway, yeah, okay, I don't know anything about you. Effect Spore, though, is your ability, because of course it is. So what next? You can access... Yeah, okay, yep. Now the issue... I mean, I don't know where I go from here. Speaking of Cypher, Lily, have you made any progress with the data ROM we brought back from Cypher's lab? I've asked Daton to analyze the contents of the data ROM. It should be ready soon. Token, you could go upstairs and ask Daton how he's doing. Daton is the man in the room next to the director's office. He was compiling the basic data. Sure. Big Brother's tired, so Jovi will go. Oh, Jovi, it's okay. This is work for you. this is for work. That I'm fucking know. My sister ran off. Seeing Jovi and her boundless energy makes me realize I'm back home. Anyway, I wonder what's on that data-ROM. You could come with me. Oh, Jovi, there's no stopping you. Go ask Data how he's doing in his office upstairs. Someone's revving their engine outside. So I assume Datin is, this guy? You went and marched right into the bad guy's midst. I bet that made you even tougher in battle. I'd say, no, you're clearly not Datin. Oh, wait, no, fucking, I don't care. Spare me the speech. I'm always good for information. Yeah, I bet you are. Is Datin in here? You're clearly not someone named Datin. Or Datan. Dayton? Spheel can now be purified. Does it lower shadow while I walk around with them? Isn't Datan the man who's always fooling around with the computer here? This is strange. Jovi wonders where he went. Oh, well, I'll be damned. That's cool. In that case, since Spheel's ready to be... Oh, shit. What do you have? Oh, right. You have a hyper potion. I should put Shroomish out in front. In case you didn't know, using Call Option in battle on a Pokemon that isn't asleep or in reverse mode will boost accuracy. I know, because I keep accidentally doing it. Making low accuracy moves a bit more usable. Ooh, you know what? That's a good call, actually. Things like Thunder can suddenly become viable because I called to them. What's that? Datin? Let me think. He went downstairs earlier, had a look of consternation on his face. Okay. This Datin guy can't stay in one place, can he? Hey, Curlia. You better hope, for your sake, you don't level up and evolve here soon. Otherwise, you're gonna have some people that probably bother you a bit too much coming after you. You can just stay a Curlia. If you stay at Curlia long enough, maybe you'll become a Gallade. Who knows? Or hell, maybe you're into that. Go nuts. What do I care? Datin went downstairs. Who's Datin? You're not Datin. You're not either. You're just that guy. Is Datin in here? Do I have to go full fucking circle to find this guy? Where is Datin? Maybe you know where Datin went. Saw Datin trudging outside the lab with a forlorn expression on his face. Is there something the matter? Makes rest a little better because you can call and it'll wake them up early. Ooh, that's really good. It's like Resto Chesto, but, you know. I knew it! The hideout was in the southeast! They were using the abandoned lab on the sly, were they? That's wicked clever of them. I don't think it is. It's pretty obvious, actually. Sorry, where'd you say Datin was? Trudging outside the lab with an expression. Is he over here? No, no one's over here. Is he over here? Yo, Datin, what's up? There we go. Wah! I'm sorry, Professor. I'm not a professor. I couldn't decipher it. Huh? Oh, it's you, Token. You scared me half to death. That data-ROM is heavily protected like a bank vault. Oh, it's encrypted, eh? Take a seriously talented guy to break through and get to the contents. A seriously talented guy, you say? Here comes Crane. Ah, Professor, I'm terribly sorry. Ah, it can't be helped. And if it's a seriously talented guy we need, I think I have a solution. Who would that person be? Are we gonna have to go to the fucking weirdo in the mansion? Oh, no, we need to go to Pirate Town. To the news station, right? That's ONBS. Datin, hand the data-ROM to Token, please. Right away. Is a known TV network. Yeah, ONBS. They're much more than that. The people that later founded ONBS are actually instrumental in breaking Cypher's conspiracy 5 years ago. Oh! Delivered the data-ROM to Net at ONBS. He's the right-hand man to Sec, Own's leader. Why don't I know any of these people? If I played the previous game, I mean Net kind of rings a bell, I'll be honest, but I don't know who Sec is. I'm confident he will be able to get the contents off the data-ROM. Alright, I'm off to Pyrite Town, I guess, after I go to Agat to purify some Pokemon. Snap, 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 snap. Yo, playing Pokemon Snap, are we? That would be, honestly, obviously for the N64 they wouldn't have done it because it was only Gen 1, but the newer Switch, Pokemon Snap, it would have been really cool if there were shiny Pokemon in it. Net and Sek are both from the Under. Yeah, I remember Net, I don't remember Sek. Pirate Town's a jam! I don't remember the Pirate Town theme offhand. Maybe it's different in this game. By the way, yeah, totally the problem was, in case anyone's wondering, the reason the game was crashing was the perfectly legitimate version of my GameCube was using a... It has a setting that runs dual-core processing, which basically means the game renders and loads faster. And apparently, this is one of the few games on the Dolphin emulator, sorry, legitimate GameCube, that if you're running a dual-core setup, it has issues where it will crash constantly. So if you simply uncheck that option, it runs perfectly fine. And so it has. Not Shroomish, yep. We need Houndour and Spheal. I imagine I've got a team that looks very similar to most people that play this game, given the Pokemon that are readily available. Feint Attack, that's not bad. Charm, I'd rather you have Bite or Crunch. Really, I'd really like Flamethrower, honestly. Flamethrower and Crunch are what I want on you. I don't think Nasty Plot's a thing yet, so Sunny Day and Solar Beam, that could be good. I will give a nickname to you. What do I give you as a nickname, Houndour? Let's name you... Good name for a Fire Dark Dog. Can I fit Roman Reigns? I don't know how he spells his last name. Because he's the big dog, obviously. No, there's not enough room for Roman Reigns. You've got Reign. I could get Roman Reign. I'm just gonna go with Roman. Because he's the big dog. And Spheal. Spheal's so cute. Look at that little orb of a Pokemon. Aurora Beam. Good enough, I guess, for an ice move. Charm. Level 18, nice. Your nature is neutral, right? You've got Bashful, I think I looked at that. Level 19. Roraine served me well in my recent playthrough of this game. It's a thick boy. Body Slam. Yeah, I guess. It's better than, well, it's better than Charm. I was gonna say it's better than Mud Slap, and I remembered this thing had Charm for some reason. I will give him a nickname, even though it's a her. I'm gonna name this thing... The Boy. That's a name that won't make sense after it evolves, but, you know, for the meme. You have Bashful nature, right? Yeah, okay. I don't know what Shroomish is, obviously. Everyone's roughly the same level, with the Boy being the front runner. I'll keep Shroomish out in front to purify this thing. Not a bad team, overall. A little bit redundant with Poochyena and Houndoom. That definitely could be worse. Who are you? I don't recognize you. You're saying the truck that almost flattened me was Cypher's? You were almost flattened by a truck? Not only that, you stormed their desert base and rescued the kidnapped professor? My dream is no longer to become a Pokemon champion, but to be your disciple. I'm a 12-year-old child. Let's not waste time. Let's have a battle. Here goes, master. Alright, well. This guy, old Hiban here. Dustox and Beautifly. Well. Big bug-type fan, huh? Oh, you know Mega Drain already. That's good. Yeah, Shadow Blitz, the Beautifly, and I guess Poison Fang, the Beautifly as well. Really, the main reason I've kept Poochyena around at this point is A, Mighty Anna's ability is really, really good. And B, Poison Fang is... I don't think it learns Poison Fang normally, but... is a really good ability. Sorry, really good attack. For this Poochyena to have with an adamant nature and everything. If it learns Poison Fang normally, I may have to reevaluate my opinion of Shroomish. I've had a lot of vodka. I may have to reevaluate my opinion of Poochyena. Because Poison Fang's a solid move for it to have. Jolteon in there. Definitely need more potions. Nice. Good job. I'll probably get to Pyrite Town, excuse me, see what's crack-a-lackin' there, and be done for the day. They definitely can fly. And Dustox is poison, so it's gonna resist Poison Fang. I guess Bite. Curse you, Gen 3, for not having the physical special split. Only gets Poison Fang through this game or by breeding with the Survivor. Like I said, it's a good move for it to have. It makes it very diverse. But yeah, and all the times I've used Poochyena in my playthroughs of Gen 3, never once do I remember it getting Poison Fang, which is why I was so surprised by it. Also, no joke, for the GameCube, the waterfall behind me looks really good. Not behind me, obviously, that's just, you know, a shitty skybox, but that waterfall right there behind this other guy, that's not a bad waterfall effect for the GameCube. Couldn't have given it a little bit more effort, huh? Alright, well. Probably swap out to Teddiursa. Needs the experience. Let's go, Usagi. Of course you got poisoned. Well, I'll just run back and heal up as a result. Don't mind me. Or I'll heal up when I get to Pyrite Town. Should probably heal up before I get to Pyrite Town, to be perfectly honest. Fake tears, no. No one cares about fake tears. Might be a battle as soon as I enter Pyrite Town, who knows? I do want to see that, that one lady, the move reminder or whatever. The woman who will make you relearn moves. Might have a good one in there. Who knows? Maybe I'll get Bite on Houndour. You don't need to fall down there. Okay, whatever. He'll be fine. You're indeed strong, my master. But battle with me again, please. Probably not. You weird me out. You're extremely creepy. Alright, I want to check in with the mover learner and then head to Pyrite Town. Let's see, what have... This guy's still here. Got anything good for me there, Granny? Teacher lady, of course. What move shall I teach? Really? That's it? That's all you got for me. Alright, well, goodbye. No bite. No even, like, flame wheel. I don't know if Houndour can learn flame wheel anyway, but still be nice. I see what you mean, Noodles Gaming. Makes me wanna tilt my fedora forward as I go and solve a murder mystery in a back alley bar. Marcia, wait for me! Got a guy with a camera following her. Marcia, wait for me! Okay. Well, that was weird. Yo, what the fuck was that about? There goes Marcia tearing off like a tornado. There goes one busy girl. Huh? What's up with you, kid? Why are you giving me the eye like that? Do you know who I am? I'm Gale. They call me the Gatekeeper of Pyre. That's smoldering. Look, says you're raring to challenge me. Nah, I'm good. Then what's with that smoldering look you're throwing my way? You're sending mixed signals here. Smoldering, eh? Kind of want to look around town and be done. Oh, God. The fortune teller last time had some really weird advice. It was about, like, a guy getting divorced or something. Find what you seek, be it an object, person, or luck. Welcome to Fantine's fortune-telling chamber. I'm Fantine. If a problem clouds your brow, you shall come to me. Mr. Duking. Oh, I remember him. This town's leader took my fortune-telling to heart. He searched high and low for wild Pokemon I had foretold. His search has been rewarded. He appears to have found several locations where wild Pokemon appear. You mean the world, or...? Also, I thought I was trying to talk to this guy right here. Have you heard? Wild Pokemon have appeared! Fantine, who's considered Pyrite's mother, foretold the appearance of Pokemon in the wild. It came true, it's incredible. Now we're able to catch Pokemon right here in the Aura region. Were you not before? Weird, but okay. What up, girl? Love your top hat. This is Pyrite Town, famous home of the ONSB. I know it's the ONBS. You came to take a tour of the ONBS, didn't you? I can tell! We get visitors from all over. The ONBS building stands next to the big windmill. You really can't miss it. Yeah, good to know. Who are these chads? Alright then, what have we here? If it isn't Trudely and Folly. What are you doing here? What are we up to? You've got it all wrong. We're here to do some shopping, that's all. I recall this place from Stadium. Yeah, we've been here. Now don't you lie to me, I know about the likes of you. You're up to no good, aren't you? Cut us some slack, Officer Johnson. That's the only normal name in this game. We've had a change of heart. We've sworn off our criminal ways. Yes, sir. No, no, no. That doesn't wash with me. No, sir, it doesn't. I won't have you lot walking around the streets as if you own the place. Pompous oaf? Folly. This man won't listen to reason. Let's get out of here. That just seems like harassment on the officer's part. What was up with those guys? Those two that just ran off. They're named Folly and Trudely. They once belonged to Cypher, but just as mere grunts. Yeah, they were the ones in jail, right? Back in the day, they wreaked havoc as if they owned the place, but I caught up with them and put them straight. I cut quite a dashing figure, don't I? It's my job to uphold peace and Pyrite. Pow! That's no excuse to punch me in the face, Officer Johnson. You came from another town, didn't you? Yes. On the way here, did you happen to spot any wild Pokemon? I've never seen any in the wild. You know how the environment around these parts is too caustic for Pokemon to survive? Recently, people have been saying there are wild Pokemon out and about. Well, that's cool. What have we in here? Oh yeah, this is the mayor's office. I remember this place. He's out now, it seems. I'm Silva! Oh, you were in a D&D campaign of mine. The operating manager of Pyrite Coliseum. Well, I'm manager in title only. I'm just filling in. Duking, the town leader, discovered a place with where wild Pokemon gather. Ever since then, he's been engrossed in searching for wild Pokemon. In the meantime, he left me in charge of the Coliseum. If you want a battle, you should go straight to the Coliseum registration desk and apply. Well, good to know. Let's at least get to the, well, I'm going to buy some potions, and that's going to be it for me until tomorrow. Probably end the stream. Just, oh, only super potions, huh? Alright, give me 10. I can afford it. And nothing else. Nothing else important. Alright, that is going to be it for me. Whoops. Well, I don't know about if we made good progress today. I seemed to fixate on that Power Ranger group for the first 40 minutes, and probably could have skipped them for, some slightly further gameplay, but I think overall we made alright progress. Got through that first dungeon. That Delcatty that was supposed to be an issue wasn't, which is always nice. So, yeah, good stuff. We're here in Pyrite Town, and when we come back tomorrow, we'll be looking around, probably to find those two delinquents and see what they know about Cypher, since they used to have connections to them. But anyway, until then, thank you everyone for watching on Twitch. Got a lot of viewers today. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much as well. Join us on twitch.tv/TokenLad for emotes and fun times, and I can interact with you personally. Your worst nightmare. But until then, talk to you later, Shrewd Negotiators. Love you all. Be good people. See you around. Good music.